my god.
I was like, why is nobody saying anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're back. The first thing we do is blow the fucking mics out.
I was gonna say, I think we just clipped the mics all the way out. Welcome back
that was
to
my fault.
Wither and Bloom Studios, everybody. Are you guys? I mean, I'm so thrilled to be back here, and look at these digs.
So good.
Back and better than ever, baby.
Right?
We may have popped off.
Yeah. I think this is.
Saying that like I wasn't the personality hire.
I think this is such a big deal for us. But first of all, we have missed all of you immensely. And so, you know, I really would just like to thank all of you for, number one, being active in the Discord. Number two, waiting and supporting us and showing up back here. Thank you for that. We're super excited to bring you this next chapter. And we're going to get down to business on some Session Zero in a bit. We got some things to talk about, but are you guys ready?
Like, yeah.
Ready?
Been too long.
We missed you all.
It has been a long time.
It's been a month. Oh,
3 weeks, right? 3 weeks? Or was it a month?
It was a month.
It's almost a month. It's three. I think it's 3
Something
weeks.
like that.
Three weeks or so. The holidays in the middle of everything, just like
Yeah.
Jumbled it all
timey
up.
wimey.
Wibbly-wobbly.
Yeah.
If you give me a
time do be a
second.
weird soup at times.
Time is a soup.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm going to
actually
pull
so
up
powerful.
our live stream because I don't even have it going. You should probably have that.
What?
My friends are in the bathroom.
No.
No, we're not doing that.
No, new
I'm-
space,
yeah,
no.
We're not gonna put that energy into our new vibes.
Be afraid.
Oh my god, I don't have that music.
I was like, why did they just tell me not to be afraid?
What? Do you know the
Oh, I
right out
know.
of that
First-
speaker.
Warrior noticed it first.
What?
Split bears.
Split bears. You know, Warrior,
We
this
each
might
get a
have to
bear.
change.
No.
Okay, so a number of things.
Yeah.
We have
Number
a lot
one.
to talk about.
did the-
Yeah, as we know in Session Zero, we have a lot to do in terms of our game, but this Session Zero is also going to have a lot to do in terms of our stream. We're going to figure out some things in terms of, do we permanently split the bears? Is this table arrangement correct? Is the lighting right? Is the sound right? I know we're going to have technical glitches.
Oh yeah, we got work to do.
Because we
For sure.
tore everything out of this space. This space went completely empty, and then piece by piece, we put it back together in a totally different way. And it was a process.
I mean,
Yes,
how
it
many
was.
hours do you think we have into this?
Oh,
80.
Like at least, right?
Easily.
I would say we got 80 hours. in
Probably
it.
between tear down, rebuild, restructuring of all the stream elements stuff,
Table
like
rebuild.
table rebuild.
they are correct
Lighting.
about this Bears comment. They are beside each other.
We are.
We are. So
We are at the ends of the tables. Like I can, you know.
They're touching each other.
They're
Just-
touching
You can't see it, but the bears are touching.
We can just touch each other.
Shadow.
I like what Dave said. He said, wow, do you rent that room out, Airbnb?
Airbnb.
No.
Airbnb. Maybe
Come to-
one
come to
day. I don't
Todd's
know.
basement.
I don't know. I think the worst thing would be for me is if I came down here and settings were changed, because I think I'd lose my mind.
Not that people would know where you live or anything.
That's
fine.
Right. I don't live anywhere near
Doxy.
here.
We're in a portal dimension.
Okay, so I got my screen up here. I've managed to get my chat going. All right, so couple of things. First of all, congratulations to Eric Lazure for fully funding Hope Springs Eternal on Kickstarter. That is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's rad as hell.
And I did the tier that allows me to get the printed copy. So at some point, and I did that for all of us, right? I did that for all of us. So at some point, I would love to run something from there.
I, I was thinking about it when some of the chatter in the Discord was talking about it. I was like, we should play one of his campaign frames, or like at least like a mini series of it.
Yeah.
Like a clockwork kind of type of beat.
I mean, the settings are so inspiring.
Yeah.
As far as character design. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think we should do that
Yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
So cool. So when that arrives, let's look forward to that. Two, something really cool about Radio Blade, one of our followers, is going to be running a benefit marathon for Alzheimer's. And I'm going to get, by the time break rolls around tonight, I'm going to get that link up in the chat. Because here's what's unique about it. He's running this marathon in plate mail armor for Alzheimer's and is raising money for that. So I already donated a little chunk on our behalf. But I think that's something that we definitely want to try and support, which I think is super cool.
100%.
Brilliant.
Also sounds really difficult.
It sounds bonkers.
Yeah. a
Like,
little bit.
I can't imagine even just walking around in plate mail armor.
That's like rucking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Who got to pick chairs first?
I can tell you,
Dave?
I didn't pick my chair.
So here's the thing: the
people
two
that
bears
did
that
that.
split were the guys that really chose the seats.
They did it to themselves.
We don't know why we did it.
They wanted to be
I think
closer.
the thought was that we have this section that's like right here.
Well, there's a lot of room. This is like the edge of the center of the table,
Right.
next to me. So it was just like a lot of room for extra shoulder
We were
action.
thinking that we had extra love, but do we want to reveal something?
Well, I
now,
think we
or
want to
do
reveal.
wanna
We
wait?
can. We could totally reveal some things. Go
All
ahead.
right. Well, I
This
think
whole thing has been such a secret. It's like now I feel weird
I
talking
know,
about
it's
it.
bizarre,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
We got ourselves a new lovely space to roll really important
Well,
roles.
that was in the general chat today
Yeah.
on Discord, so that's kind of already.
yeah, but
out.
maybe people want to see what
Can
it
we
looks
show
like.
it?
Can we?
Well, we
That's
can. Yeah, we can
new.
totally fire up that little dice cam there. So we've got a dice cam.
Oh,
Oh, I love how
That
it
looks
breaks
so
through. That's
nice.
dope.
Yeah.
So that was totally Saturn's doing. Was animating the breakthrough on the screen right there,
Oh,
and so
That's nuts.
yeah.
right.
We can
Oh,
see it
alright.
perfectly.
I know it's
Something
actually.
about glare too.
Everything in this room glares.
Pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
So one of the good things about this is this camera, this dice rolling tray of importance, needs a name.
Yeah.
And we reached out on Discord for some names, and some people have provided some really good names. But I think we want to choose 3
Yeah.
that we will then put to the chat to vote on. So let's call this to order before we start our session 0.
Here.
Is we need to take our on-camera dice tray where we will perform important rolls only. Like I'm not going to have everybody always rolling in that tray. But if there's something that is crucial, we're going to do it there. So the question is, what do we call it?
Like death moves?
Could be death moves. Yeah, I think death moves could be important.
like tag
anything in the
team
moment.
type.
Tag team rolls could be
That'd
done
kinda
there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure. So let's
With all the
see.
tag team crits we had last chapter.
Oh my god.
So we have, let me go over a few of the ones that came up along the way. So Marin had said Wither or Bloom for the dice tray, which is a good one. So I'm just going to go back through this and read them as I go. The Tower of Uncertainty.
I like center stage. Like the let's put this roll on center stage.
Center stage, yep.
It is
I'm
center on the table too.
This is true.
how far back do I have
just
to
say
go
let it
here?
I like
Let
the
it
pit.
rip like a blade.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
the
like the
blade.
pit.
Oh my god. Are we...
The pit. Yeah, I enjoy the pit. Just
The
because
pit-
it makes me feel like we're going to a punk rock
The
show.
pit is
I know. I know.
Like,
the pit is a location
In Vesper.
In Vesper.
Vesper.
Which would
That's
which
what I
would
love.
tie
kind
it
of
to the
ties
world.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The
Yeah.
pit does track with our lore.
And
Let's
someone
see.
said that it should maybe have something to do with the Vesper location, right?
Oh, someone said the octagon. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Well, it is an octagon.
Somebody
like
said
this.
the box of only critical successes when Nathan rolls. I wonder who
Yeah, I wonder
said
who
that.
I don't know, guys.
I was gonna say,
I don't know,
wasn't
man.
that Nathan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know.
Like, I don't know.
Sure.
That's on brand.
The trial.
I thought
The
that
rec-
one was interesting.
the reckoning.
what's it
The
called?
verdict. Going back, and I think that's it. So we do like the pit.
I think my vote's for the pit.
I think my vote's for the pit.
Well, I wanted to also put the vote to chat
Yeah.
to let
Yeah,
the.
we've got 2 for the pit in the chat right now.
Oh, really?
So then why don't, if we're putting it to the chat, if we picked like you said, like we pick top 3, chat does their vote for the one that they think, and then we take and what take
Yeah.
the one that they pick
I jive.
and then figure it out.
So our top 3 are the pit.
Yeah.
Let's get 2 more.
Rabbit did also make a pun with the pit of despair.
Yeah.
The pit of despair.
Yes.
Pit of despair. I like that.
We've got
I like the
Pit of fate, Bun Bun.
You liked which one?
the octagon.
The octagon.
Take it to the octagon. I don't know.
Okay, you also watch UFC.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Fear and Blooming.
yeah.
That seems like a good one.
Bun
too.
Bun Riri just said the pit of fate.
Yeah.
We got another vote
like
for center
that.
stage.
Center stage. I think
Yeah,
center
center
stage
stage
should be
should
a
be in the
second
top
one.
3.
Yep.
So then
Yep.
the top 3 for sure.
So we
Can we
need
get
one.
another Vesper one?
Another Vesper centric one.
Yeah.
The
The
gash.
gash? I was about to say the gash.
Holy shit!
We're gonna go
That's
roll in the
good.
gash.
No, let's not roll in the gash.
Duality
I've already
I'm gonna
taken.
I
denominate
love
that
rolling
one.
in
Yeah.
the gash.
I've already taken so much crap for the gash.
You can't have
We're
the
losing
gash be a regular
Hatchlings
staple.
games. They gotta go to bed.
Hatchlings Games can't stay. It's nearly midnight in the UK. Hatchlings, thank you
man.
for joining us
Thanks
in
for
our new
showing up.
space.
Check this out.
Popping in.
Pop on tomorrow and watch it when we post it. All right, so we got center stage. We got the pit of either despair or the pit of
Fate. That's
Fate.
what Bun Bun said.
Low-key, Pit of Fate
Bun Bun.
sounds awesome.
That's kind of.
I like the Pit of Fate.
And it
We
can
want
be
to put that on
shortened.
there.
The Pit
I
of
kinda
Fate.
love- I kind of love it.
I mean, we've already got the pit on there. So
Well,
do we want,
if we
do
exchanged
want
it
double pit?
for
Double pit.
the, like,
Oh,
if we
we
exchanged
modified the
pit-
pit
So
to
we
the
modify
pit
the
of
pit
fate.
too, so we would
Yeah,
have center
yeah, yeah.
stage and the pit
the
of
Pit
fate.
of Fate.
I kind
Yeah,
of like the sound of pit of fate.
I like pit
Yeah,
of
I
fate.
like Pit of Fate.
Ooh.
Because
Alright.
then
We
we
don't
can
even
shorten it to
need
be like,
the.
put it in the
Just
pit.
Pit of Fate.
Yeah, it's got a little
Pit of Fate.
nickname.
Pit of Fate.
Pit of
sounds
Fate.
good.
Yo, pit of
Pit of
fate.
Okay.
fate, that shit.
Pit of fate.
And just so you know, Saturn is making this an actual poll in the chat,
Oh,
so it will
alright.
show up
Okay.
as an official vote.
We got polls now, guys.
We got polls.
Rock.
So, the third one.
Third one.
Witcher just came
I-
from a duality dome.
Oh,
The
Damn.
sure.
all right, Duality Dome rocks. That's pretty freaking awesome.
That's
Spectacular.
nuts.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so maybe that's our top three.
Yeah,
Top three.
top three. We've got
Duality
Pit of
Dome.
Fate, Duality Dome, and Center Stage.
All right, you got that in there? All right, we're going to launch a poll in the chat right now where you can name our
Oh, it's a 9.
9-7.
dice
Oh,
rolling tray.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can we vote
Oh,
for this
we
too?
Oh,
can vote.
wow.
Wait a minute. Now Good said the basket of ferrets, and I freaking want that one myself. That's the one I
Duality
want.
Dome.
It's getting crazy.
It's between
Otter
Pit
Dome.
of Fate and Duality Dome.
Oh my god.
Duality Dome is killing, dude.
Duality Dome is killer.
Yes.
I kind of like it.
I like it a lot.
I
Wait.
kind of like
Duality
it.
Dome
Something
is
about
dope.
me loves Pit of Fate.
How come I
though.
can't see
do
Pit
like
of Fate? Hold on.
I enjoy a little pit action.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't know
call it
because
the
it's not
tray
really a
to stay neutral.
dome.
It's not really.
Well, let me ask you this
It is.
too. Are we always gonna roll duality dice in it?
Truth nuke.
Well, how about this? We'll change the name if we're going to be playing a different game. Like if we switch one day to Shadow Dark or to Cosmere or to
This could be a regular
Runner?
session 0 thing.
what?
Blade Runner.
It could be a session
Blade
0.
Runner.
Yeah, we can call it the Dark
Basket
Dome
of ferrets.
for Shadow
Yeah,
Dark.
that's true.
You know,
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
I like Basket of Ferrets.
Dungeon Dome.
And if we're putting a roll into it, we could say dome it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
You got Dome.
Ew, no.
No, Rich.
Did
No.
we finish it yet? No.
Chat,
Still
clip
going?
that.
No, don't finish it yet. All right, well we'll let that
Keep it
run.
up for a little bit.
We'll
Thank
keep it up for a
you.
little bit.
Thank you, Bun Bun, for the compliment. So
Maybe
official.
we
LOL.
leave it
The
up.
place looks
Maybe
amazing.
we
For
leave
like
it up,
another 15.
and then
Nice.
when we come back from break, we announce it.
That's a long time.
Potentially.
No, I wanted to see. Eric made a comment about a glare. It's a little glary,
It is.
but it's not.
It's okay.
Also, that's blown out.
No, I'm looking on the screen here
Okay.
on my iPad.
Yeah, we might have to.
So we're learning. We
things.
talked about this. We're learning about
Yeah,
lighting. We're learning
we've got
about.
some things we've got to fix.
We got a list. We have a list of things that we need to spend a little more attention to.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
Right. All
I
right.
mean, give us a break. We completely gutted this place and then rebuilt it. So
Yeah, I mean, Rabbit also says depend on the dice. These are acrylic. These are
Yeah.
very shiny.
Here, let's see.
Yeah,
These
those,
two are very muted.
Those hematite dice are nice and matte.
Oh my God! I just critted.
Did you
Did
crit
you
it?
really?
Did you crit it on
I
ones?
critted on ones.
Critted
Oh
on
my
ones,
God.
baby.
You're using them now.
They are very.
Save them for the campaign.
They are a little.
We'll adjust it.
We'll adjust
at a
it.
later
We'll adjust
time.
it. We have
Anyway,
a light right over
you get the
it,
concept?
which.
They're tied right now.
Are they tied?
They're tied right now.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Let's leave
shit.
let's leave it up for a bit. Let's let it simmer.
Yeah, we'll let it cook.
Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
What's
Yeah.
next?
All right, so
Very orange.
we'll let that simmer. We're gonna get. Should we get started on our session 0 and go through a few little things
We've
here?
got some
Ready?
stuff that we left off on last time.
Well, so here's the thing I'm worried about is I don't want to throw any spoilers out there for Frostbound Gash.
Yeah.
right?
I feel like it's gonna be mildly inevitable.
It's going to be difficult. So I will say this. If you have not yet watched Frostbound Gash, which was the chapter before this one, you don't necessarily need to have that information to watch this next chapter. We're probably going to make references to it once in a while, and it is likely that just by default watching this one will spoil that one to some degree. But it is what it is. So I will try not to spoil too many details about that episode or that chapter, but
This will be a separate story.
this is a separate story, but with similar characters, or some of the characters will be the same.
Yeah,
And
of
some
us
will be
are
new.
regular Characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why don't I just give you a sort of brief framework of where we are, how much time has passed, and where I think we're going to begin with the sort of workshopping of these characters and how they're going to fit as best we can. All right?
Dope.
All right. So
I know
without,
everybody's cracking out their notes.
Nope.
without trying to spoil too much about Frostbound Gash, 4 of our characters, I take that back, I think it was, 4 of our characters landed through a portal at the end of our last chapter on an island. Now, those 4 characters were Indexor, Thisleen, Kriya, and Orlith.
Technically.
Kind
In
of.
a way.
Kind of, in a way, not
Kind of,
entirely.
sort of ish.
With an asterisk.
Don't forget
Yeah.
our little
What about Kay?
NPC friend.
And a child.
An NPC that came along with us, named Kay, a child that you found at the end of this, also came through that portal and landed on this island.
You're welcome
Okay.
for the child.
Oh yeah, that
I
freaking
forgot about
child.
Yeah. Amazing that we kept her alive for so long.
It's
Yeah, how
like
did
the
the
only
child
NPC that we've
Like-
saved.
Right?
Like,
You got to
See, if you go into it with that kind of
Certainly
energy,
has
then
a
of
soul.
course it's all gonna go bad.
Has Kay gotten adopted? Anyway, let's.
Plus, as the GM, if you tell me you're going to kill that kid by accident, I'm probably going to be like, no, hold my beer. So,
Jeez, dude.
but if you protect her at all costs, then you're doomed. All right. Anyway, 2 of our characters from Frostbound Gash had some unfinished business. I won't say what happened, but Saradwin and Vicar decided to take a different route, and I will allow you all to see that on your own time. However, Saradwin and Vicar will not be joining us for now. I don't know how long that will last, but for now, they are not here. So, Rich and Nathan will be bringing some new characters to the story, which is exciting. So let's talk about this island and where we are really quickly. Now, I will give a more sort of aesthetically fulfilling and tactile introduction next week in session 1. But let's just talk about this in a more bare bones sense, okay?
Bare bones.
Bare bones.
Someone's got that.
someone's got that.
I have that.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Nice.
that. We all got that.
Spoiler.
So you are all on the island of Eddington. Eddington is a very small island.
Sounds rich.
It is merely 4 to 5 miles across and 2.5 miles top to bottom. So we're looking at an island that is very walkable inside of a day. But on this island, it is densely packed with 5 different sects of religion. Those 5 religions are all central to the 3 old gods that created Vesper. Now, what is the purpose of this island? This island exists as an interim stopping point for any vessels that might be passing through to the continent of Lichés. Lichés is that mysterious continent that we have not yet been to in any of our campaigns. And it is a place that is rumored to be the home of the gods themselves. It is the place the gods tend to visit when they want to come to Vesper, to enjoy and celebrate their creation. And so in order to get there, you must be pure. You must be without evil in your heart. And so these interim islands, of which there are 3, and you are on one of them, Eddington, is a place where you go to be judged. Anyone taking a seafaring vessel or an airship to Lichés must stop on one of these islands first, where you spend 2 weeks. You spend it in sort of consultation with monks. You spend it meditating. You spend it going through and workshopping different anger management issues, if you will. In order to come to a judging at the end where you will be deemed worthy or not worthy, there is no appeal on a not worthy judgment. It is what it is. You can try again in 3 years' time, but it does take time. Your case, coming to the island of Eddington, was quite unique because you did not arrive on a ship that is on its way to Lichés. You, or at least 4 of you, arrived through a portal from Hathros, which is the plane of hell, which is just wholly antithetical to the entire reason this island exists. Now, the passengers that come and go on ships to Lichés are thoroughly and meticulously logged. So when you showed up on Eddington, there was, I won't say chaos, but there was mild panic. Where did you come from? And so once you spent some time pleading your case to the various elders and monks who were, frankly, very suspicious of your arrival, they had never seen anything like this before. And so rather than the mandatory 2-week stay where you were forced to leave the island, you were given 6 months. 6 months to get yourselves right with the gods and to give yourselves a sort of chance at a normal life again. Now, this is not with any intention of going on to Lichés as a party, because that's not where we're at yet. This was just a, hey, you've been through a lot. Let's spend some time here and see if we can't figure out, 1, what happened to you? 2, what did you learn while you were down there? And 3, we'll send you home afterwards. 6 months is your limit. And we are now experiencing a 5-month time jump. So we will enter this campaign about 30 days before you're going to be told it's time to go. Okay? Now, for 4 of you, I had sort of reached out during the time we were off and said, all right, you've arrived. Here are the 5 factions that are present on this island, right? Which one do you think you might have stayed with? And I gave you little brief overviews of what they stand for. One of them would not have taken you in, simply because of the way they function, but the other 4 were possibilities. And those 4 were the Way of the Three, Pactoris, the Triadic Monastery, or Sanctum. Those were the 4 different monasteries that would have taken you in. The other option for you would have been to stay in the town of Final Passage, where the mayor of that town very easily would have given you a place to stay, made sure that you were well fed, and from there, you could have gone about your business. So that's something I want you to come to the table prepared with tonight. The other thing we will probably talk about is a little bit, I'm going to ask you some character questions to fill out your characters a little bit more deeply. Moving over to Rich and Nathan.
Yeah.
You've been established here. At least that's kind of the suggestion I gave you.
Yeah.
But you can give me whatever you want. So I think what we'll do is let's start off doing a character introduction, and I want to leave the 2 of you till the end.
Yes.
Okay? So maybe we'll start over here on Olivia's side. And Olivia, for those of the audience out there that have never seen Frostbound Gash, let's talk about who you are, who you're playing, and a little bit about your character.
Okay, so I play Kriya. Kriya is a 14-year-old girl, but she's a little interesting because she is a ghost. She is a freeborn skykin seraph.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
I got yelled at last time.
Nobody yelled at you.
It's a
I
seraph.
got gently corrected.
It's a seraph.
I didn't say anything.
Do you like my seraph?
Do you like my
So
seraph?
stylish this time of year.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And what was the subclass?
I'm gonna get yelled at for this one too.
You got it.
Winged Sentinel?
Yeah!
Good.
Gross!
You got this.
Winged?
Sentinel?
You know what? Okay, I'm getting
Winged
bullied.
She's
did
14. She didn't
I'm
learn how to
14.
read yet.
It's fine.
Well, you could say winged. You could say winged. Follow your heart.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, so because she's 14, you know, she's smaller. She's got her hair in little pigtails. She's got this opaque kind of grayish skin tone. But Kriya kind of does some interesting things that you see a little bit of in the Frostbound Gash. That has to do with meditating. Yeah, and she carries around a little stone statue with her. which should I say what? I mean, I kind of have to say more about this.
Well, some of the reveal was done. So,
yeah. So again, if you haven't seen Frostbound Gash, there's spoilers. This is a big spoiler for Frostbound Gash. The statue that Kriya carries is actually her mother, Orlith.
Good transition.
That's a really great talk.
yeah, nice segue.
Hi, I'm Atticus. I wasn't here for Frostbound Gash. Life happened.
Well, you were.
Well, I was in spirit. That hardy har har. So I'm playing Orlith. Orlith is a gargoyle. Mechanically, I put together Earthkin and Fairy and put them all in one card, and Orlith is a gargoyle. I want some of, if not all of Orlith's like little details to be revealed through gameplay and through character, so I'm not going to talk too much about her. But for a description, Orlith is... The gargoyle's form is that of a 7-foot-tall, winged, armored dracona. So this humanoid, dragon-looking warrior with broad, bat-like wings and ears, big, massive horns, a flat snout, and a tail that narrows to a stone whip-thin point. She has this big, mean-looking axe that she carries around. She is a Call of the Slayer warrior and a Order of the Ghost Slayer blood hunter.
Yeah.
So,
That is sick.
What they
because
said.
I'm a build crafter, y'all. I've had this character in my back pocket for a long time. I was supposed to play her in Frostbound Gash, but then life happened because I'm a college student. So I'm
Damn good.
I'm crying my best. So I'm super stoked to be back and to be playing as this character. So, ha to the za.
Let's go.
You're.
So can I just jump in real quick before you go?
Yeah.
What did you call yourself? A character crafter?
I'm a build crafter.
Build crafter. I'm just going to put this out there. Addie reached out on Discord today and said something to the effect of, by the way, I'm just roll testing some of the possible damage outcomes on this character build. And with a crit, we're looking at a potential for upwards of 70 points of damage. And I'm just immediately going in to my adversary stat blocks and I'm just changing everything. I'm like, of course.
You can't do that.
Just
Well,
tear up
teacher,
on
here's
every
a
single
whole
one.
bit-
this
Can't do
weekend.
that.
Well, but here's
Yes,
the
you
thing.
can.
Here's the thing.
Yes, you can.
Here's the thing. When I figured all that out, like I did all that math, and I was like, I can't not tell someone. And
Don't tell the DM.
well, I wasn't gonna tell any of you guys, but also the thing is that the odds of me rolling a crit are so low. I think I've rolled the least crits out of
Well,
anybody
to
at the
be
table.
fair, you also really didn't play last chapter.
No, I
So
didn't.
you didn't roll
I
anything.
didn't roll. I rolled the
Statistically, you
distance.
rolled the fewest out of all of us.
Yeah,
Well,
So now watch you crit every
Every
time.
goddamn
it's not gonna happen.
so
it's not gonna happen.
we have been playing with the massive damage alt rule in Daggerheart, which is where if you double the severe threshold number of damage, then instead of doing 3 hit points, marking 3 hit points on that adversary, you mark 4, or to you guys as well, right? This is a great spot. Sorry to interrupt the introduction here, but this is a great spot to bring in, do we continue to play that way? Or do we top off at 3 hit points?
I like
Keep it.
4.
That kills me in one hit.
I love Severe.
4?
How many hit points do you have?
Why?
Wait, don't I have? Oh no, I do have 5 hit points. No, I do have more hit points. Sorry,
I was
I
going to
was
say
thinking
you
about my
level
armor.
Oh my
Take
god.
another hit
I
point
do,
in your
I do.
level up,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was armor. Sorry,
okay.
my armor's very limited.
Hey, what's your mind
Hey.
damage threshold?
I'm a wizard, okay? You're a wizard, Harry.
See, but like if I die,
9.
I'm dead. Like there is no avoid death
I'm not
for me.
letting that happen.
Bro, your severe threshold is like
Half of your minor.
All right, so then let's make a decision based on all of these things that you're talking about, right? Do we play with a 3 hit point damage
No, keep
maximum?
it.
No.
I know,
You wanna
it's fine.
stay
Keep
massive?
it.
Keep it 4. Yeah.
All right, we're staying at massive then.
Maybe the DM needs to.
Make
Maybe
it
the
5, make it
DM
5.
needs to drop a little bit of that, like, what the heck was it called?
Direct
The
damage.
direct damage crap.
Yeah,
that was rough.
rough.
Yeah, that sucked.
But
I
but
can't relate.
but
you
we
were
didn't
also
have.
a beefed up
But
Werewolf.
we didn't really have that many downs.
True.
No.
Like
Yeah.
True. We were okay.
we were
All right.
okay.
Fine.
So I want to get back to introductions really quickly, but
Yeah.
I think we'll have more on this conversation in a little while. Eric.
I play Thizleen. Thizleen is a seaborn, what I like to refer to as Katidi. Seraph, she is a waterkin. They don't have pronouns. They don't give a fuck.
You're a Kadidi.
I love
I'm a
gender fluid
Kadidi,
cat.
and Kadidi means that Kadidi does as Kadidi wants. So
Oh my god.
suck it.
Wow.
Yeah. So Seraph, Divine Wielder. We're gonna change things up a little bit on this level up for Thizleen. The other aspect of them is that they are, being that they're waterkin, they have this propensity for fluid. They have a big connection to the great waters and have kind of a catfish-like snout in addition to their cat features. So their mouth is a little bit more wide than a typical cat's little. And their tail is a little bit more adept at helping them out in the water, which really sucked when we were in a firescape, hellscape region. They dried out quite a bit. So yeah, that's I guess. Is there anything else that anybody wants to know
Can
about?
I slightly
Thizleen?
interrupt you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Because there was, I think it's been answered, but maybe for some people not on the chat. So many people asked, how big is the Kadidi? Is it house cat size? Is it human size? Can you clarify that?
Oh yeah, it's
That was in
certainly-
Discord like crazy.
It's certainly human size.
Yes.
Big
Not
kitty.
it. The Kadidi's pretty damn strong. Like if you were to say, sit in an outhouse and this Kadidi wanted your attention and it came curling up to you in the morning and was just sort of like meow, meow, and got those muffin makers right up in there, your shit would have some marks on you. So yeah, Thisleen's pretty damn strong. Likes to take a hit, likes to make a lot of noise.
I like it.
Violent.
I like it.
Before we leave the conversation.
But nurturing
cats-
too, don't you
Of
think?
course, of course.
What's that?
Oh shit. Is the cat still alive?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
cat
did the
never
cat come-
left my person.
So the cat came through the
So
portal?
the cat came
So
through
it's
the portal.
5 characters
So
that
there's
came
5
through the portal.
characters.
Hell yeah.
Kriya has a
Word.
cat named Furball that
Is
was
Furball 5 feet tall now
No.
as well?
no Furball
No,
is
Furball is
house cat.
most certainly house cat size.
So a couple of things. One, in the chat, it's just J6205 able to catch it live for the first time and saying that enjoying this.
Welcome.
And I want to. The reason I'm addressing you directly is because you asked if anyone's a turtle, and much to my dismay, wait, are either of you?
I'm not a turtle.
No.
I'm not a turtle.
I'm so pissed about this.
I like turtles.
I like the turtle. Okay, so no, but unfortunately, so
Someday, I have something in the chamber just for you
I played
that I
also.
think you will enjoy.
I hope so.
And
Chowder.
it's a bit of a carryover.
Chowder.
Old
I actually
Chowder, he was a
cosplayed
turtle.
this character this
Zero
year
out of 10.
on
Michelangelo?
Halloween.
Really?
Yeah. Actually wore your old costume.
No. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
He said
maybe
0 out of
that'll
10.
make an appearance some other day.
I
It's
like turtles.
really good. I know
I like
exactly what he's
turtles.
talking about. It's really good.
okay, I want to see that. The second thing is the cat furball that Kriya was granted was part of our Boons and Banes system, which is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later, but it is the way that our game works where you can participate in our game. So we have a way, for those of you that are new watching this, you can affect our game. I'll get into a whole tutorial on this in a little while, but that cat that Kriya carries around was given to her by one of you. And so that's freaking awesome. So I just wanted to point that out. All right, Eric, we're good on you.
Yeah, I think so.
Should we jump over to Garrett?
Sure.
All right.
I'm the last returning character.
Yes,
Correct.
you are. You are the last returning character.
All right.
No pressure.
Hi, my name is Garrett, and I play in Dexor. He is a, what do we say, like 6 foot tall-ish? Clank. Average height, right? Average height, 6 foot tall. Clank. He is a, hold on, gotta look at my
Nerd.
card, sorry.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerd. School of Knowledge wizard. Loreborn. School of Knowledge wizard. And he has this desire for fire. He's a little bit of a pyro. Desire for fire. I kind of like that. Just kind of rolled
I got a
off.
strong
Yeah.
desire
Desire for fire.
Jack, clip that.
But I think the other thing, you've got this one side of you that is the desire for fire, which very heavily influences your combat. But then there's also this desire for knowledge,
Yes,
which very
he
heavily
is-
influences your role play.
He is very, he comes from, like a library. He's always wanting to learn more, wanting to research more, taking notes of stuff. There have been times where combat has started and he is still doodling in his book because he's constantly cataloging and
Nerd.
advancing. Yeah, fine. Nerd. Advancing his research on anything in the world.
Yeah.
Gets
So-
punched in the face. Oh, let me write that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me,
Listen,
The
let me write that
velocity of that punch.
down. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I
keeping
think
it
that's
simple
good.
right now?
We'll dig in a little bit deeper
Oh, yeah.
in a little
We
while.
can dig in.
All right, Nathan.
Oh.
I'm
All right.
curious
Oh,
to
here
hear
we
what
go.
this is all
Let's
about.
see.
Let's do it. So,
Drum roll.
Are we gonna get a voice?
you see, so disclaimer, I haven't figured out a voice or a look for this character at all.
Okay, this is session 0.
All right.
It's okay.
And that's okay because I'll get there. But I've been suggested so far that I adopt the underbite because I am playing Creech the Wall Lamb's Tail.
Saturn, does that fit on the name tag?
Barely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's in there.
Barely.
Oh, it's in there. The wool.
The Wall. I am a seaborn orc. I am fucking tough as nails, and as the name would suggest, the Wall. I am a stalwart guardian. I am a fucking tank. Yep. So, seaborn. I was not quite born on a pirate ship, but effectively adopted and raised by a bunch of pirates. Raised by none other than my old favorite character, Babushka.
Yeah.
Ship.
She's
So-
canon to Vesper?
Adopted. I've made her canon. I was like, this has to be canon because I wanted to play Hit Me. I wanted to be Hit Me.
Hit me the
Hit me,
person.
baby, one more time. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
need to
that's
sing that every single time,
Yes.
please.
I was totally going Ian Dury and the Blockheads.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we all know what that
Apparently,
is.
apparently you would be cooler if you were a turtle.
If I was a turtle, no.
It's gonna be a running gag.
No,
man.
look,
I
have-
crush your horse.
I have 10 HP.
I just looked over it. I just looked over at Nathan's character sheet, and this is just
I'm-
amazing.
Like, wait, can I break this down for you guys? I'm sorry.
Pop
Like,
off.
this is a hell of a character introduction. I have 10 HP. I have 7 armor. With bare bones and some other things, I have my minor damage threshold is 23. My major is 41.
Hell yeah.
I have multiple things that make people attack me with disadvantage. I can use more than one armor slot. I can actually in one term use 2 armor slots and reduce another damage threshold.
Dude.
Your
Yeah,
Todd's
I
number
can
one
go
off right
from
now.
I can go from
Todd's making
severe
notes about how
damage
to
He's
destroy
making
it.
to none.
notes.
Do you have that one where when you
fuck
get hit, you can mark a
Nathan
stress?
up.
Mark the HP of theirs or no?
Dude,
No,
we have
that was on the other one, but that was really good.
we went from no tanks in Frostbound to having
This is-
two
Two
tanks,
tanks.
having a
This is tanks.
defense tank and an offense tank. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Well,
we're gonna pop off.
When we did,
I'm
we had
excited.
done a marathon when Daggerheart came out, and I played the brawler.
Oh yeah.
And I remember, like, we rushed this. It was a marathon of what, 11 hours or something like
It was
that. that we
fucking
played.
awesome.
I don't
14
remember,
hours.
something like
Fucking
that.
awesome.
It was insane. It was the three of us
So
over
good.
here.
Yeah.
And I remember we rushed and we got to. Did we get to level 10?
Yeah.
Okay, we did
think
rush
we
to
did.
level
9
10
or
right
10.
at the end.
Yeah,
The thresholds were absolutely insane.
they were.
We were
absurd.
gods.
They
We
were
were
absurd.
gods.
Yeah.
Doomba is my.
It
other
was
favorite,
it was like mid 40s or more
Yeah.
on like and it's just insane.
Was that we played for 22 hours or
No,
nine-
it was
No,
like
it's like
14.
It was 18 hours.
I'm jealous.
It was so much fun.
No,
I
if
think
you
we
do the
played-
math on it, it was 8. We
wanna
didn't
do
play
that.
for
I
18
thought it was
full,
like
but the live
stream.
stream was 18.
18
oh, was it?
Yeah.
8
Because
a.m.
we had to
midnight?
reset after 12 hours. We had to reset the stream.
It was 8 a.m. to midnight.
Or-
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was
I'm
15
jealous.
It was great.
That was fun.
Can we do that again?
Yeah,
Todd can't handle
No.
it.
Todd
We
will
played
never
one
do
time.
that.
No, I'll
like,
never do
no.
that again. I almost,
Really?
Oh,
I
fuck
almost threw a
off.
blood clot from sitting in the
God.
chair for so
Brother.
long. It was awful.
Other. But
All right,
What if-
sorry, go
what
ahead.
if-
Sorry
what
for
if-
that
What if
tangent.
massages were involved?
Huh?
We get you a little like houseboy for under the table. Like and just
Houseboy?
massage the calves.
What?
What does that mean?
We'll talk.
What if we got one of those like automatic like air inflation compression
Oh my God, like in
things
the
that-
hospital?
Yeah. You just
I should massage you.
We'll have a monitor hooked
I'm
up.
older, but I'm not that old, for fuck's sake.
I'm just
Or-
looking
I
for
won't play,
options
but I'll
for you.
massage
You
you
know,
all
we can get a little machine that goes bzz, bzz,
Oh, that's-
whatever. You know,
That
like
goes bzzz.
Maybe.
That's
Yeah.
a different machine.
Maybe.
All right, finish your
Are you
introduction.
ready? Well, I mean,
Unstable,
down,
our
Stuart.
unstable mop just said the studio is looking good. Thank you for that. Thank you. Go ahead, Nathan. Sorry.
but until I figure out what Creech sounds and looks like, that's all you're getting. I
Okay.
mean, there's more to come for the rest, but for now,
I can't wait. I want to hear I want the voice.
We'll
to
save
happen.
it for section 1, baby.
I'm really excited.
If you were
to
raised
figure
by
out the voice.
Babushka, I don't understand why you're not.
It is not like this. That was Babushka. I was also raised by a bunch of the pirates.
So mix the
Pirates.
two.
Plus, you know, that's a very clearly a very different jaw palette than
Wait,
what.
Could you
other
do
work
that
would have.
accent with the lower jaw problem?
I cannot do that,
That's good though.
but I do not like. It feels like ouch. You know?
It feels like ouch.
Feels like pain.
It does. But yeah,
Okay. All right.
Feels like out.
Rich, would you like to give it to us?
Give it to us.
hell yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be playing Blue.
Oh my god.
Blue is a shark folk. He is a tidekin, and I flavored it as a shark folk. And Blue is he's big. He's a big guy, right? And he's a little intimidating when you first see him, but when he talks, he has a way about him to make people feel comfortable with him. He is a syndicate rogue, and he works on the island. He works on Farnall's Passage as the welcome wagon. He takes people on the island and shows them around and is the little escort. Generally a friendly guy, and he's a rogue.
God.
You know. Oh yeah, he also has a way of manipulating water, in a sense.
Oh my god, that was
He
awful.
can heal folk via water and cast spells like that. Yeah, bro.
It's what
Oh,
this is
my
brilliant.
Oh my god,
gosh.
if you are actually from like the UK, I'm
fuck.
so sorry.
Oh,
Well,
God.
you are from an island.
Don't forget his name is Blue.
what?
Blue.
Bun Bun's got it.
What?
Water.
What?
Yeah.
If it was
All right.
if it was a Jersey accent, it would be Wooder.
That's how we say it in the biz, yeah.
Water.
Uh,
I get a bottle of
he's
water?
also Slyborn and Toddkin. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm glad you said the Slyborn thing right at the end there, because one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is
Peaky
about
Blinder shark.
it's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with the Peaky Blinders, huh?
Sharky blinders.
But I'm curious about communities that we're all connected to, because, other than taking the benefit of the community that we are associated with and maybe logically lining up community with our character, how else do you think about community in the day-to-day being of this character? Like for example, Indexor is really good with the Loreborn thing and sort of like fleshing out research and trying to find things. But now that you have that, and I think this is my question, is like, can we chisel that a little bit deeper? In other words, it's one thing to say, I'm interested in research and I want to gather as much information as I can, but to what end? Like, what would you do with that?
Can I answer this?
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it.
Because I had to sort of flesh this area out when I was approaching my experiences. Because I kind of wanted to do like a cradle to now, like approach towards designing my experiences. And why I chose Seaborn, not just for the stat block, which I actually really
Certainly
like.
helps.
It does. Is that it's the community that Creech is a part of, is that it's about survival and teamwork. It's about like looking after each other. Like when you're out on the sea as pirates, not only are the seas are dangerous, but the creatures in them and the other people roaming the high seas that might want to kill you. So you have to be a very tight-knit group of people that are going to look out for each other and not abandon each other.
Right.
And that's sort of what he's grown up around, and that is like a central thing to what a relationship is.
Okay.
And there's something that happens to him where he neglects to, I don't want to, like, he neglects that matter of community with one of his friends, which gets his friend killed. And it's this point of trauma for him where he feels like he can't ever be a friend to somebody again because he abandoned somebody and got them killed.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest, before you brought that in, I would say, well, you personally, Nathan, have you ever spent a decent deal of time on a boat, like a fishing boat before? Have you ever been on a boat?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you come home from being on the boat for that day and you lay in bed at night, the whole room moves, right? Because you sort of now have this equilibrium change because you spent time on that boat. So as someone who's seaborn and is now spending a significant time on land, like, does that affect things like balance, equilibrium, mood, behavior? Like,
well, this is very fish out of water for him. After the death of his friend, he kind of runs away from that pack of pirates out of shame, because he felt like if he couldn't protect his best friend like he's supposed to, how is he supposed to be a part of these pirates? And how can they ever accept him when he clearly did not uphold these values, So he kind of abandons the life altogether and comes here to sort of find his way out of this, you know, to try really to fix himself because he feels impure.
Right. Right. So
Are you thinking that if you pass this judgment that everyone needs to pass to get onto Lichés, that's somehow being forgiven?
I can forgive myself. Yeah,
External validation.
Yeah. That's where my one experience never again comes from.
okay.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say on this, and I want to ask everybody else the same question, but the last thing I'll say on this is just try then, like, let's say you're making an attack. You as this mega tank, you're making an attack, and somehow you roll some kind of failure with fear. Maybe build in the fact that your basic community is so radically changed that due to these changed circumstances, that could have something to do with the failures. So there's kind of ways to weave that community and the displacement from that community into what's going on. But what about others of you?
Can I actually jump in on, because I think the perfect segue is, like, the community was, I think, part of the putting together Orlith was that I struggled the most with, because I was like, oh my god, like thinking about her backstory, like what the hell would I do? And I settled on Reborn, which is on the Void, which allows you to use the community abilities of other characters in your party. And like later down the line, like the feature is called Found Family, I think, where you, like if you discover yourself within another specific community, you can swap out the card and fully become engrossed in that community. So there's more of like an exploratory lens through that card of like your community is constantly changing until you find that proper home.
You're kind of like a chameleon.
Yeah. A big stone chameleon.
Stone. No.
So, okay, that's kind of interesting. So, in this regard, then, maybe the adaptability becomes the thing that projects out.
Yeah.
So you have a natural adaptability to, adopt the community around you. And maybe that's a way in which you can now change your narrative a little bit and put that into other areas. By the way, Radio Blade is here. Welcome, Radio Blade.
What's up, Radio
Good to
Blade?
see ya.
Thanks for all the comps.
Yes, appreciate that. So, okay, cool. Who else? Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was actually torn between that community and the community that I ended up going with because of, Kriya's backstory is, we share a big deal of events that happen.
Some key inciting events.
But ultimately I ended up going with Freeborn, because I felt like that kind of fit Kriya and the way that her mind as like kind of a naive child would have gone a little bit. Because the Freeborn community is like you're under like a tyrannical rule, and you're now liberated.
Mm-hmm.
And within Kriya's backstory of kind of having this... Did I really talk about that much in Frostbound?
No, you didn't. I'm one episode behind on Frostbound.
She's clamming
You
up,
really
people.
didn't.
We will get there this chapter.
Hello.
But that's a hint.
Watch Frostbound Gash.
Watch Frostbound Gash. She goes through some stuff with a group of people in her backstory. And now she's kind of free from that in a way because being liberated from her situation ended up in the situation that she's in now, which is not ideal. But
Okay, and it's also a little interesting that as a 14-year-old girl who has the ghost, what is that called again? Transformation, thank you. The ghost transformation, there are several layers of, liberation there, right? In a strange sort of way. You're a 14-year-old girl on her own, even though we know there are maybe some, that's not entirely true, but whatever. You're a 14-year-old girl on her own. You don't have a lot of the game mechanics options because you have the ghost transformation. So you drop the 0 hit points, you're dead.
I'm dead.
You're
poof, I'm gone.
So
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm
I guess
a time bomb because
Dude, you are.
once I get to a certain every tier, you lose a hit point slot until
you
you have
shitting me?
none.
No. That's
And the way I've
negative
been
effects.
playing Kriya is when I level up, I don't take a hit point slot because I feel like I'm cheating the mechanic. So when I hit a specific tier, I'm gone.
But wait, what do you mean? But wait, I love this so much because if you're freeborn and you're talking about this liberation, on some level, that's your liberation, right? You are making this decision for yourself.
Don't do that.
That is the greatest
Yeah,
consequence, but it's a
man.
chosen consequence.
Yeah.
you know,
Correct.
So
Correct.
you
That's heavy.
choose to just drift back in.
But don't let me die sooner.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Die in the finale.
Interesting
okay?
duality in that.
Can we
I know,
finally
I
keep
know.
someone alive? We'll see.
Listen, none of us exactly.
But that's the thing is, like, I don't get to choose to avoid death or whatever. Like, if I'm dead, I'm dead.
And this is why you hide so much. Now I get it.
Wow.
Jeez, you're killing me, Small.
So,
Went in.
You would lose at the floor is lava.
yeah. So Eric, Rich, either of you have comments on your community and how that plays into, you want to go, Rich?
Yeah, I can go. Well, because Slyborn, I think that as a shark, right, I've grown up with a lot of siblings that are dangerous, right? They navigate the underbelly of the city, and they, specifically, I have a lot of cousins. There's a school of sharks that are born together, and we're all cousins in a sense.
You're like inbred.
In a little bit, yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot of us around the island, and I'm not really involved in like the day-to-day activities of this shark gang, but in particular, those are my boys, and they protect me. So in a sense, it's like
Are all of them boys?
no, not really, but in a sense, I'm adjacent to this community. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Shark gang.
And I have adapted to use these skills that are innate to me and my cousins, cuzzos, cuzboys, shark gang.
Shark gang.
All of these boys, I've adapted these skills to navigating peaceful moments in my life and the top side. So I can read a room like a criminal would, but I use it for good, mostly. And I am a tour guide, right? So I then can navigate these people I have to spend a lot of time with. I can work my way around their personalities.
Okay. Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how I would inject some kind of connection to the content, but I feel like you're already working on that
I'm so
well.
lost. Yeah. Shark gang.
All you got is short game.
Shark gang. Okay, no. So what I said to Nathan here is you started off and you sounded very English. You know, Peaky Blinders.
Now he's like Australian.
Now you're Australian.
Blue.
And I said, are you Australian or are you
Same.
English?
Saying the name Blue brings me back. I think it's around here.
So are you gonna turn into like a Pokemon and just be like blue?
Yeah, I gotta start every sentence with blue so I can then speak
Oh my
right.
God.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god.
You calibrate yourself.
It's like the
Blue.
acapella like thing that they blow in to find pitch.
If I don't say blue, then I go Australian. You know,
I'm just, you know,
I think the Australian
So we're killing
goes
off
harder
Blue.
on Shark Gang.
shot gang.
Say crikey.
Crikey, man.
I'm just gonna put this out there as the GM. I know we have a lot of UK
That's
viewers.
what I said.
We
I
said
said
that
sorry.
originally. We
I
said
said I'm
apologize to
sorry.
any
Oh, okay, good. Then I don't have to
people
do it.
from
but-
the UK.
Maybe you should reach out to them and get like a dialect coach.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. It's fun.
I
Let
mean,
it happen.
doing
know.
a voice, alright.
There's a
Hey,
connection
I'm saving
between
my voice for
Australia
social
and
media.
Great Britain,
Lame.
right? Prison, state, thing.
I'm
we just-
saving my voice.
We just got to clarify for Ben.
I don't have a voice.
Rich was a little late to the character creation because he's new. That's why he doesn't have a box yet
And
up on
name, yeah.
screen.
Is that why?
Because he literally procrastinated in the Discord.
Hey.
Well, I have the most filled out, don't I?
LMAO.
I do.
This whole
It's
side
coming.
of the table.
Yeah, it'll be here. It'll be here.
Thank you, Diane.
Eric, any thoughts on community for you?
For Thisleen, you know, being seaborne community, it's not just about water. It's not just about living on the edge of the water. And for Thisleen, there's a deeper connection to the tides, and being that we have 3 moons really affecting those tides, there's a deep spiritual connection to the water, and the great waters are really what drives Thisleen. And being on an island suddenly after being through this ordeal of being in a deep dark gash and then in a hellscape where there's nothing but flames and heat and dehydration, there's a bit of a rebirth for them and being in their element again. And that connection, not only what was seen on Dodor in terms of the gash that happened there and what was happening in Vesper, has deeply, deeply affected Bisleen on a cellular level, and so they're working through that. They're not only having a feeling of rebirth and connection, but they're also really deeply trying to figure out some bigger universal truths through the water.
Yeah, and I think you and I should talk about that on the side, outside of game, because the cellular level connection to the three moons, gravitational forces, water, and your seaborne community, I think all of that stuff can actually play into that sort of inward kind of, you have a very sort of cat-like personality in that you're connected to the party and interested in the party when you want to be interested in the party. And then all of a sudden you back away and you become your own self, and you're sort of like, to the hell with the rest of you.
Push this teacup off the fucking table.
Correct.
Screw.
So there's a duality to your personality and your connection to the party. There's also a duality to the way cats don't like water, but you're seaborn. You got a lot of these interesting conversations going on inside
When
your
I
character.
love you, I fucking cannot deal without you.
Right.
But if I don't want you around anymore, fuck that.
Claws. Claws.
You get the
claws.
Exactly like a cat.
Right. Right. Okay.
Cats
So-
eat water.
I was just gonna say, like, I know we kind of briefly touched on mine a little bit, but for anyone out there that might be new or didn't watch Frostbound or whatever, Indexor being a clank, being loreborn, he was essentially created as a researcher, like an employee almost. Like he's programmed.
AI's taking our jobs.
Thank you for that.
Adventurers used to be human.
Like his first memories are essentially like waking up, and he was programmed to research, catalog, etc. at the local,
Library,
research facility,
institutions,
institute, whatever. Yeah. So that's just kind of in his nature. It's just like lore. Like that's all he knows.
Well, in a lot of ways, you're probably trying to fill in that blank.
Kind of.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's always been in his mind. And he's things that happen in Frostbound, he's seen certain memories, or memories have come back to him of potentially his creation.
I have it. I think I have what I want you to think about.
Oh.
I just want to give you this to think
Fine,
about.
fine.
You don't have to make this part of your character if you don't want to. But there is this theory. There is this theory that okay, let me change it for a minute.
Oh my god.
Take your every moment of your existence, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, everything you see, say, hear, touch, smell, everything perceptually that enters your body. This, in a sense, is your soul. It makes you who you are.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole sidebar conversation of this that we could have about like how data packets are so condensed now that we can put an entire human existence on like a small drive, right? You as a clank are sort of pulling these things in to fill in blanks. But what if your goal, your thought process is that by filling in everything from the moment you were born to the moment you die, you grant yourself the thing a clank doesn't really have, which is a soul.
Fucking A.
That's kind of cool.
There were a lot of things that came up in Frostbound about, emotion, feelings, etc. And there was a almost a disconnect from Indexor. And there were certain decisions that he might have been faced with like party composition or something like that, and he doesn't think like that. He just kind of has, I don't want to say blinders, but he's just kind of got, one
like-
thing in mind.
Well, there's
What
an element-
logically makes sense.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Kind
there's
of.
a huge element of logic that drives Indexor. Like that whole last moment of
Yeah.
do I stay or do I go?
And he's like, there was like
so
no thought.
binary.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just
Kinda-
such an obvious decision
Yeah.
that I think is amazing. But what I think is really also interesting in Dexter's quest for knowledge and understanding, it's like they're putting together this puzzle piece,
Kind
this
of.
jigsaw puzzle,
Yeah.
and there
Yeah.
are all of these moments.
I don't know
of
everything,
missing
but-
pieces, and your character definitely has this ability to make a leap of faith in some places and try to jump past that hole.
Yep.
And in some way, that action of taking that leap of faith kind of fills in that missing puzzle piece.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
have
perfect.
A question.
Yeah.
That I can't remember. Did you drink? Well, spoiler. for
Yeah, we drink
Frostbound.
all the time. What's up?
Did you drink out of a cauldron in
I did.
Frostbound Gash?
I did.
Does that
Yeah.
last? I forget about
Use
the
it until their
conditions.
next rest.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
until
So
rest.
I had
I
asked
just watched
that. I had clarified because I was confused.
Because you had the offer on the table if we had gone
Someone didn't
through with.
Yes, there was like an offer because I asked. I was like, "Did that affect me permanently?"
Yeah.
Because like I was confused when that was presented to me
Yeah.
in that situation.
But even if that didn't affect you permanently as a condition that stayed with you forever,
It affected me in this scenario.
as a clank, that is memory that is hard coded to you.
Yeah.
So it might have been for one of us. It might have been a situation that kind of came and went, a condition.
It's like training.
But the way that you catalog all these information, all these bits of information, and these experiences to create that soul, I think that stayed with you probably more than it would have any of us.
I agree.
Yeah, because of the dramatic contrast of having that. Okay,
It's beautiful.
good.
We're fucking cooking, people.
We're cooking. We're cooking. All right, I have another question.
Yeah.
I have another question.
All right.
I think we really need to sort of now insert what, to some degree, where we've been staying for 5 months, right? I have some fun questions for after the break later that are going to help us sort of find new direction with our character, or maybe sort of answer some questions about how we relate to the party, all that good stuff. But for now, like this 5-month time jump, I had talked to you about the potential for, what have you been doing for 5 months? And I want to, once I hear what you say, I'd like to just maybe see if there's room to either tune that to what's going on in this place, or say, great, run with it, and go from there. So does anybody like dying to dive in, or?
Could we get a rundown of what these different groups are?
Yes.
That would be
Yeah.
a huge help, actually.
Yes. Next time, read the notes in Discord.
I did.
God.
Hold
Here's
on.
the thing.
I did just have them all pulled up, and they weren't fully descriptive of
Yeah,
each
they-
three
I
groups.
meant for the fans.
To everybody's point, there was some gaps in what, like, we got a little bit more information about something.
I
than
might
others.
have left out one or two.
Well,
Out
the thing
of
was,
4.
what I noticed a lot was, because I went through that big paragraph a couple times, what I noticed was that a lot of the time it was like, there are these 3 different factions, and then that's it.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
this group would be friendly to you, this group was not. because you're not-
Well, yeah, and part of the reason. Okay, so if you look at my notes right now, I've got a massive tome of notes over here on them, and I really wanted to be cautious because I divide this thing up into who they are, what they represent, and then 3 secrets that are unknown about them.
Yay.
You asshole.
So I don't want to get. I want to be careful about how I give you this information, right? All right, so we will start with. Let's see. Let's start with the Divine Cheka. The Divine Cheka. So first of all, we have five factions. What'd you say?
They're dicks, right?
They're dicks.
They don't want anybody around them.
Cheka's Cheka.
I spelled it right.
Nice.
Divine Cheka is an interesting group. Okay, so first of all, around the island, you know the Divine Cheka by their crimson-colored robes. Okay, they're a little bit more obvious to spot. A lot of the monks sort of are more simplistic in their dress, but the Cheka have an air of authority about them. In any of the judgment sessions that happen on the island, the Cheka are often seen as decision makers. They are seen as very good, logically based debaters about whether or not they feel someone is suitable or not to go. Okay? Each of these factions have different reasons for not allowing a person passage to Lichés. So, for example, the Divine Cheka have a very, very sort of hard and fast system of rules that they exist by. And if you don't fall specifically into that set of rules, there's no flexibility there. So they're rigid in their approach to the interpretations of their texts and their religion, okay? They also come off this way when you see them. They are not friendly. They are not welcoming. They are sort of short with you in their answers. Would they help you if you were in need? Totally. But they are not the type of religion that is like, open arms, let me give you a hug, everything's going to be okay. They're not like that.
They're not woo-woo.
They're not woo-woo, no. And this is one of the reasons why I took them off the table as a potential place for you to stay, because none of you are Divine Cheka, so you would not be asked to go and stay in their monastery. End of story. So that's the first one we'll start with. Now, before I get into the other four, let's talk about this judgment ceremony that happens on the island on a fairly regular basis. This is when passengers have completed their 2 weeks of stay and they go before a forum and they are sort of judged by the 5 factions. And the 5 factions come together with a vote. That vote is then actually ceremonially blessed, and it is the gods themselves that supposedly speak. However, naysayers, cynics, intellectuals say that it really is just ceremony. They're really just making a vote here, and they actually have sway over what happens. Okay, whether or not either of those two sides is correct is still on the table, and I'm not going to go too much further into that. But this judgment is attended by all 5 of these factions. Okay, let's look at another one. The Triadic Monastery, the Triadics. The Triadics are one of the more interesting groups. Number one, they have the largest physical monastery building on Eddington. Okay, this structure is massive, seemingly endless. Lots of towers, walls that surround it. And they also have the largest population of monks inside of their walls. They're probably north of 300 monks that exist inside those walls. And they have one of the most interesting connections to Lichés on the island. And that is, they're directly connected to the Gargrothians. The Gargrothians are these Leviathan titans that stand guard in the ocean. And this is something I didn't get to in my storytelling in the beginning. Gargrothians are descendants of the gods. They were brought about into existence to help fight a war. And it's a war that you're already familiar with. It is the War of the Fall of Raquig. So when Raquig decided that he wanted to try and overthrow the gods through his obsession with cathexis magic, he became extremely powerful. Now, how much lore dump do I give here? How much lore dump do I give?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lore.
I will say justification for this lore dump would come from your time spent on the island, and you probably would have learned some of these things through stories.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah,
100%.
Yes. 100%.
It is written that Raquig is the child of so typically whenever we have a demigod, it is the child of a mortal person and a god, right? And that person often has essential, like, powers, right? Raquig is a little bit different. Raquig is the child of a throuple where one of the individuals was Kularis, the god, and 2 mortals. And so Raquig, when he was born, unbeknownst to him, had immortality. Whereas most of the time, demigods are mortal. They might have extended lives, but they are mortal to some degree. Raquig was immortal. And then when he started to thirst for power through cathexis magic, the gods saw him as a threat. Yes.
Who carried?
Yeah, facts.
I looked over to Nathan and I said, how does that work?
Yeah, seriously.
I need some science in this.
They got it all. They mixed it all together and turkey bastered it.
You know,
Oh my God!
Put
Wow.
two
I mean,
two
that,
in one.
that makes sense.
Someone said turkey baster.
I'll give you the scientific example first,
In the wall.
and then I'll give you the lore example. It is
Okay.
entirely possible for a female to conceive twins from two separate males at the same time.
Yes, it is.
So
Right.
is it kind of like a reverse of that, where it was just like,
Yes.
They like can they
you know,
join?
It was messy.
double entering of the
Yeah.
single,
black
like
existence.
Sounds like one hell of a party.
Exactly.
I'm down.
Yeah, it was a party.
I
No,
wasn't
listen.
talking about that.
As
Oh my
far as
God.
like, did I
key
sit around and write the deep, dark biological
the smut
details?
book.
The smut book? I did not.
that
Can you
better
write the
be.
smut book?
I did
That
not.
better be.
Patreon. That's a
No.
Patreon thing.
That could be a
Oh
Patreon
my
thing.
God.
I went in on that
For
session.
Queek's
People
conception.
would pay for that.
Maybe.
I'd pay for that.
Maybe. All right. So.
Talk with me. I'll write it.
Okay. Let's work
All
together.
right.
Oh my God.
All right. So Raquig thirsts for power, also has immortality, right? And is on to something with the way in which he's using cathexis magic. He is gaining power at an unreasonable rate. So Ducelis and Nesmera, the two, oh, by the way, it was Cularis that was the god that was in,
Yeah.
okay. So the other two gods, Ducelis and Nesmera, they see this as a threat. They see this as a problem. And they go to Cularis and like, we have to do something about this. And Cularis, of course, being the parent of Raquig, sort of asks for a little bit of a respite and says, well, let's hang on, let's see how this plays out. And in that time, Raquig grows to have immense power, okay? And when he finally goes to war with the gods needed something to defend themselves. And so they created the Gargrothians, which are 12 250-foot tall, Leviathan-sized monstrosities. And they fought this war with Raquig, and they almost lost. They almost lost that war. In the end, once Raquig was banished to Hathros and the plane of Hathros was created to sort of house him, the Gargrothians were used to stand guard over the island of Lichés so that anyone who was unpure would not enter. And they were granted this ability to see the intentions of those who might pass them.
I just got dive bombed by a ladybug. Sorry, that was horrifying. He's right here now.
You're gonna be okay.
Orchestra.
So the long and the short of it is these Gargrothians stand guard over Lichés, like 12 massive titans that you come up on in a sailboat and you see this thing towering over you. And if you have anyone unpure on board, they'll be smashed to pieces. And so that's why this judgment takes place on Eddington and the other two islands on a regular basis. Now, let's get back to the Triadics. The Triadics have a direct connection to the Gargrothians. And once a quarter, one of the Gargrothians makes the trek across the ocean and stands off the shore of Eddington. And there is a ceremonial offering to that Gargrothian made by the Triadics. And there is an actual arena built right into the shoreline where everyone sits and observes this massive Leviathan as it walks up on the shore. And they make this offering to it.
What's the offer?
The offering depends. Oftentimes it's either song or poetry, but sometimes it's food. It's never like a being. They're not sacrificing people to it.
Yeah.
It's also rumored that the Triadics, in this offering, in this appeasement to the Gargrothians, they've gained favor. And so everybody has their suspicions about different factions and how they can leverage the different judgments that take place. And the Triadics, it's this connection to the Gargrothians. The Divine Cheka, it's their militant, rigid sticking to the rules. All right, there's two, yeah.
So when we stepped out of the portal, and then Dexter stepped out of the portal, there was a monk meditating in the grass.
Mm-hmm. What faction was he a
Faction
part of,
was
or
he a
what
part of?
religion was he? He was one of the Sanctum.
Okay.
So I'll talk about the Sanctum next.
Great,
Thank you.
great throw.
Yeah, thank you for that.
great
That was like a
toss.
nice lob.
Yeah, that was great.
The Sanctum is the monastery that is on the northeasternmost corner of the island, and it is the smallest of the monasteries that exist. There are only about 80 monks in the Sanctum monastery, and the interesting thing about this one is all 80 of those monks were once people seeking passage to Lichés and were rejected from the judgment. All of them. But you don't know much more about them than that. And if you choose to be part of that, if you choose to tell me that that is where you have stayed, as a matter of fact, no matter where you've stayed, I will have a conversation with you privately to tell you what you've learned in that space. And then you can choose to share that information however you'd like with the other players. Okay? As far as the Sanctum monks go, give me a second because I lost that spot here.
Tragic.
I had it. Where'd it go?
Hello. Success. Oh no.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Tended to go to the Shays, but stayed on. Yeah, so one of the things that you do know about Sanctum monks is they stayed on because they were convinced that the Sanctum's teachings, they had an overwhelmingly positive response to what they learned about the Sanctum teachings. And rather than go to Lichés, they chose to stay here. And when you see them, they often travel in groups of 8, and they are incredibly charismatic. They will greet you. They are the polar opposite of a divine Cheka.
Do they have a certain color?
They mostly wear like this gray-green color. Their hoods are almost always up, but when they greet you, they will always, as a sign of respect, they will take their hood down so you can completely see their, presence and face, and they usually greet you with a very warm smile. They'll ask you about your day. They'll invite you to come to the Sanctum Monastery.
Sounds like a cult.
Sounds like a cult.
Yeah, that sounds like a cult.
These probably all sound a little bit like a cult.
Look, it's people that didn't make the cut, and they went, "Yeah, this is better."
I'll give you another one.
Man.
I'll give you another one.
Yeah.
All right. So, second to last one on the list is the Way of the Three. The Way of the Three Monastery sits at the northernmost point of the island of Eddington.
Is it about the conception of a queen?
Oh my god.
Cannon.
No,
It's convection
that would be the
time.
Slay of the Three.
The slay of
See, I
the
like
pie.
convection. That's good.
The Way of the Three.
The Way of the Three. Now, the Way of the Three,
Ew.
the teachings of the Way of the Three are entirely based on the Pact of Equity, which was the original pact that brought the three gods into existence and allowed all of creation to take place. The Pact of Equity basically states that no god can act by themselves, that they must act in accordance with the other two, that all decisions made about anything in the universe would be a decision made together. So the Way of the Three, these monks keep to themselves, and they stay inside their walls, and they endlessly debate every single decision about everything they might do. So they have these great halls inside their monasteries where they all sit and, frankly, argue about what should be done. And so it's sort of a very bureaucratic situation where decision-making takes an excruciatingly long period of time.
Sounds fun. Sounds like a good group of people to hang out with.
These
Yeah.
guys all sound like
Yeah, not a lot's getting done there. The last one is Pactoris. Pactoris is on the southwestern edge of the island. Now, Pactoris is sort of middle of the road, very vanilla kind of welcoming kind of religion. So when you meet someone from Pactoris, their robes tend to be a blue-gray. And the Pactoris religion wants you. They would they want you. When you come to the island and you meet someone from Pactoris, they want to convince you that the opulence and utopian society of Lichés is not all there is, and that there is more through a kind of devotion to the gods and staying on and showing that devotion in their monastery. However, entrance to that, should you sort of decide that this is what you want to do, requires a payment plan.
It's a sorority.
Pyramid scheme.
It requires you to tithe about 75% of all that you own in order to stay on with them. But I will say this.
Pactoris did not work 75% of my shift. Okay.
Correct. But however, I will say this. The Pactoris Monastery is the absolute most beautiful monastery on the island. And seeing it would actually make you reconsider possibly. They're the most well-fed. They have the most luxurious and comfortable rooms. They, on some level, if you want to think of them as a mega church, if we were to find a connection to today, there's a little bit of a...
Not selling it.
Yeah, it's kind of a gross flavor you get in your mouth from them. However, when you see what they have, you're kind of like,
When you try the bacon wrapped shrimp,
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
I can stay here.
Thank you for that. That was absolutely perfect. So those are the 5 religious factions that exist on the island. Now, the town of Final Passage would be the last place that you could have stayed. And Final Passage is basically like it's a small city or a large town, somewhere hovering between those two numbers. The dwellings are sort of white stucco sitting on the edge of a beautiful cliff overlooking the ocean. So you can sort of imagine when the sun hits that stark white architectural stacking of, very geometric structures against the blue sky and the blue water is really quite striking. There is a normal town here, though, complete with places to eat, places to stay. There's a mayor of the town. And it's the type of place where you're not going to go shopping for huge luxury items, and you're probably not going to go to an armorer to armor yourself in some kind of way like you're getting ready to go on a dungeon crawl. But there are basic needs that can be met here. And there's alchemists, there's herbalists, there's, life does have a bit of normalcy on Eddington as well. And those are your 6 choices. Well, take Cheka off, so 5.
What was the town name?
Final Pass.
Final Passage.
Final Passage.
There are 2 ports in Final Passage. One is for ships coming in, and the other is for ships going out.
Where is the air?
Where's the what?
There was an airport. A
Final Passage does have a tower that accommodates the docking of airships. Yes,
Wow. Those are a thing?
those are a thing.
Those are a thing.
Yes.
So, confirmed, I am from Final Passage.
From Final Passage.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're the tour guide.
I grew up there. I'm the welcome wagon. I'm the tour guide. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Good God.
is anyone else from Final Passage?
I'm not.
No?
I'm going to make the executive decision to not weigh in on the decision of where we were staying, because I'm a statue. I'm stuck.
You're with me.
True.
You get my
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
well,
What about you?
didn't we kind of designate that everybody had the ability to stay in different sections or factions, but we would check in with each other regularly?
Oh yeah, this is not like you have been isolated. Remember, this island is small. You'd be seeing each other regularly.
Unless you're with the debaters.
Correct. So
That's
if you're
true.
with the Way of the Three,
Yeah.
if you're with the Way of the Three, you would have the ability to come and go simply because of your unique circumstances. But you probably would be a little bit more restricted on hours that you could come and go. Whereas if you're with the Triadics or if you're with, Sanctum, no problem. Yeah.
Well, we talked that I would be probably in the main town because you said there was a small library type facility.
There's not only a small research facility in the town, right, which is sort of, there's a lot of study around the various types of religion. So you have a lot of theological study, okay?
Really?
There is also communicative networks between Eddington and the other 2 islands, which I will get into in a little while. But don't forget, each of these monasteries has its own archives, deep archives filled with scrolls and all kinds of tomes.
I think Indexer's main thing, his main, I guess, living location would essentially be that research facility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would really leave that. But he would take trips to try and introduce himself and get knowledge of all of these other people.
Mhm.
Maybe not the people that don't want to, the
Fuck the Cheka.
divine Cheka,
Right.
but he would still be, I guess to say it more in modern terms, kind of like, I don't know, little Jehovah Witness kind of knocking on the door. But like, I think even though
Mormon
he
missionary?
knows that they wouldn't
Hello.
really want him there, he would still try
To
kind
get
of
it.
relentlessly to get information from them.
Mm.
Like almost like kind of knocking on their door and just being like,
Hey guys.
kind of notebook in hand and just be like, tell me,
Documenting his here.
give me
Sell it to me.
a
Okay.
little bit more.
So maybe what we'll do in that regard is, and I'm going to talk to each of you and give you tidbits of information that you can bring to the table. Yours might have a role associated with it. Maybe we'll have a presence roll,
That's fine.
and depending on how you
Yeah,
roll,
no, that's-
we'll answer that.
That's fine. But like I said, I would spend time, like you said, the main research facility has connections to both the two other islands
Yeah.
and more, but he would want to kind of insert himself knowledge base. Don't you fucking... I knew, as soon as I said it, I knew you guys...
We immediately looked at each other. We immediately went like,
He would want to know more about each of the places.
Okay.
So-
Okay. That sounds fair.
Can I really quickly ask one tiny clarifying question?
Of course.
The Gargarothians.
Yeah.
Are they like humanoid creatures of flesh and blood, like a gargantuan, like Attack on Titan kind of thing, or is it like more of like a Shadow of the Colossus, like they're stone titans?
Correct. They're stone titans and they take different forms.
Badass.
Yeah.
nice.
Badass.
Yes.
Another follow-up question on them is the ones that come to visit the Triadics, is that the same one time and time again, or do they all come to visit them?
They come quarterly, so you've only seen this happen one time. But I would say that depending on where you stayed, actually, I could give you this information. There's only ever been 3. Only 3 have ever come. So there is that. Now, why? That's up in the air.
And then
Because
Requeek was
apparently
made.
thruples are a thing in this world.
I'm dead. I'm done.
You guys are
Dead to me.
ridiculous.
No, like,
Dead to me.
Kids.
For a
you know what I
world
mean?
with-
kids.
These two over here, when you said only 3 have come, they're like,
yeah.
I
supposed
am
to be a
curious.
professional?
What
yeah,
was
like what?
is
What is
professional.
this?
what
We
was
stepped up the
form
set. We didn't step up
that
our
they
heads.
saw?
What was the form that they saw?
Yeah.
So the
Humanoid, animal.
so one is a centaur.
Oh.
The other 2 were just humanoid, but they had similar features. I don't know how much I want to go into that just yet, but they are.
Is this the God talk?
What?
Is this about the
What?
the 3-way?
No, this is the
Gargothians.
Dude, these were like real people.
Gargarothians, the form that they take and what they look like. What they look like.
100%.
We're gonna go to break in a second, but really quickly, I just want to find out where the rest of you are from, and then I'll go into more details. But have you chosen?
I have.
And you're from?
Furball, Orlith, and I'm believing we'll be donning green and gray and joining the Sanctum.
Okay, so you're with Sanctum. Good. So I have some information for you.
Don't worry.
This lean has
You to
been
visit.
absolutely fascinated with anything in the sea, and the fact that these Golgothans,
Gargarothian.
Gargarothans,
Yeah.
Golgothans, that's a shit monster, sorry. Gargarothans, this lean was absolutely fascinated with something that exists in the sea and travels through the sea, and was able to, when that visit happened, kind of follow the Triadics out to their offering and swim about the base of this thing and kind of feel it through the great waters. And so this lean is by far most drawn to the Triadics
Okay.
because of their connection to them.
Okay.
And but also very, very interested. Again, Thysleen is almost bipolar in their nature. The airship. You've read my diagnosis. The airships. This port of airships. They find themselves climbing up that tower quite a bit and trying to find out as much as they can about that. So
Okay.
that's where we are at.
Good to know. Nathan, Creech.
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 I don't think Creech is native to here.
Right.
But I'm having trouble with this 2 weeks rule,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Because I think Creech would have somehow set up shop here for a long time.
There are
Like-
exceptions to this 2-week rule
Right.
that have been made, obviously, because you're all part of one of those
But
right now.
I am thinking actually that Creech might be either just staying with the Sanctum or a member of the Sanctum as somebody who probably would have been rejected.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to keep that in mind.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when we come in to talk about this, I'm going to have Orlith, Kriya, Creech all at the table at the same time. Saturn, can you throw the map up of Eddington? You can't?
Map time.
We don't have it?
Okay, never mind.
Maybe
We'll
after
come
break.
back from the break with that. No problem. Put it
Okay.
on the battle map.
Yeah, can I? Well, you know what I could
Well,
do?
we could put it on the battle cam, right?
We could put it. We could throw it on the battle cam. This is a
Or
map
you could
that's.
just hold it up.
This map is in progress. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but
It's really good.
Let's reset it during the
Like
break.
that
for
is
battle
fucking
cam.
beautiful.
we will try and get this up for after break. But you can kind of see where all the different factions are on this. So we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. And for those of you that are new to us, we do have a break time reel, so you're going to get to see some stuff while we go and refuel. But we will be back. And when we come back, I'm going to meet with each of you in groups or individually, briefly, to give you your information. And then we'll do some more session 0 fun stuff.
Fuck yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to break. We will see you in a little while. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Hey everybody, Todd here from Wither and Bloom Studios, and I'm here to talk to you about Boons and Banes and how you can be part of our game. All right, so first of all, what are Boons and Banes in terms of our game? You know that we primarily play Daggerheart, and in our Daggerheart game, you can get boons, which benefit the players, or banes, which benefit the GM, that you can utilize as a currency form to affect our game. Here's how you do it. All right, so number one, how do you get boons and banes? First of all, there are 3 ways to get boons and banes to participate in our game. Number one, you can participate in predictions for how our actual play game will unfold. Here's how you do that. Go over to our Discord, go to the predictions channel, and each week, just before the game, the predictions get put up. You can make up to 3. Like, who's going to make the first critical strike? Or who will make the first death move? If you're right when it plays out in the game, you will earn either a boon or a bane. Perfect. Number 2, you can super chat during a live stream. For every $5 that you super chat, you will get either a boon or a bane. That gets stored. This is something that's important to keep in mind. All boons or banes, when earned by you or purchased by you, are stored. We keep track of them, so you don't have to use them the night you get them. Number 3, you can become a Patreon member at the Adventurers tier for $5 a month, and you can get 1 boon and 1 bane every month. That's already a huge discount, so why not do that? So you spend your boons and banes to buy cards that can be played in our game. Now we keep track of the cards that you buy, so they stack. You can collect them and keep them throughout multiple sessions. Once you play one, it's used. But we have different types of cards with all different types of abilities, which are really kind of fun. So let's take a look at those. You can find cards for our game in one of 2 ways. The first is on our website. There's a link in the description to our Boons and Banes section of our website, and there you will find the different types of cards that you can spend your Boons and Banes on. You can either type in the chat of our live stream that you would like to purchase one of those cards, or if you see that card show up on the screen during a live stream, that means that you can also get it at that time. Now, when you see a card on the screen or when you come into chat and you'd like to buy one, simply type it in. I want to pick up the Give a Hope card. Our admins will do the rest. They will reach out to you, talk to you about exchanging the boon or bane for the card, and then we log the card to keep track of that. It's actually very simple. All right, so types of cards. We're going to start off with common cards. Common cards are cards that are readily available, can be purchased as many times as you want, and can be held by multiple viewers at a time. These cards are not unique, and they affect the game in more simplistic ways. So let's look at a couple. So first of all, Give a Hope. This is simple. You spend 1 boon to give a player a hope. That can be very helpful in certain types of situations. So there's one example. You can also spend 1 bane to give the GM 2 fear. This can also be very helpful. Now, of course, these cards do go up in their intensity and their strength. So, for example, I just told you how to give the GM 2 fear. But did you also know that you can buy a card with 5 banes that gives me full fear? I don't know if you know this, but there's 12 possible fear. So if you do the math on this, you're getting a discount for getting more of them. And I'm actually getting helped out. When you want to use one of the cards that you have in your collection, simply type it in the chat. I want to use this card to give the GM 2 fear. Boom. You're going to see me immediately during gameplay get those 2 fear. I will likely give my heartfelt thanks to you for that because I probably needed it. And we move on. Once you use the card, it's gone. You'll have to use your Boons and Banes to purchase another one once you've used it up. The second type of card is called a token card. These are a little bit more complicated. A token card is actually rare. So number one, if you purchase a token card, you're the only holder of that card. 2, if you purchase a token card, that purchase with who you are gets logged in the Divine Ledger. This is a channel on our Discord that keeps track of all token cards. Now, of course, you can hold that card for as long as you want and play it when you're ready. Once you do play it, the outcome of that play gets recorded in the Divine Ledger for as long as Discord decides it wants to be a thing. So this is going to be an ongoing ledger for each of those cards. Now, once you spend that card, and we've logged the outcome from your use of that card, the card goes back into circulation. It goes back into the deck. And so it is possible someone else will come along and buy that card, use it in a different way, and then add to the ongoing narrative in the Divine Ledger. So for example, Narrative Fork. You could buy this card and hold on to it. And then when you want to use it and you put it into play, the GM will give the scenario, the story at play, 2 options. And then the chat will vote on which option they want. Once that's been decided, the storyline actually goes in that direction. So this is a chance for you at a critical moment to say, Narrative Fork, I want 2 options here. Let's talk about how this is going to work out. And once it does, it goes into the Divine Ledger, and we get to keep that forever, sort of. Now, locations to purchase these cards. Common cards can be purchased at any time. You can go into the Discord and you can private message at Saturn to arrange the purchase of a common card, or you could simply type into the chat, I would like to purchase card whatever, and our admins will do the rest. Token cards are a little trickier though. Token cards are only available when you see them on the screen during gameplay. There will always be 1 or 2 cards parked in the lower left corner of your screen, and those are the token cards that are available in that moment. As soon as someone buys one, it's gone. It gets logged in the Divine Ledger, like I mentioned before, and it disappears until it's used. So if you see one, it might be an opportunity to grab something that could be very valuable later on. Those are the 2 primary ways. Now, also linked in our description, if you have either boons or banes or cards held, we keep track of them on our website. Link in the description. You can go there. You can actually see your screen name and exactly what you have during play on our channel. So go check that out for sure. All right, to sum up, Boons and Banes are units of currency for ways that you can affect our game. What do you buy with them? You buy cards. Cards that you play while we're playing, and it actually impacts our game. Where do you get them? You get them on our website, you get them during chat, during a live stream, and you can get them on Discord. So go to those 3 places, reach out to us for the cards that you would like. Common cards are always available. Get as many as you want. Token cards, they're a little more rare. Got to watch the live stream for those. If you have any more questions, get over to our website, link in the description, and hopefully everything there will be answered. And if it's not, we have a fabulous Discord community. Join the Discord, ask in the Discord channels. Everyone there will help you out. Looking forward to seeing you during the live stream where you can participate in our game. All right, see you. Hey, eyes up here. What am I, like a piece of meat to you or something? It's a good shirt, right? You want to instill some fear in your players? Then this is it. If you're a Daggerheart GM, this is the shirt for you. You want it? You can go to 2 places. One, you can head over here to our website, witherandbloomstudios.com, or you can hit up the merch page. Or down below, connected right to this video. So, you know what to do. You're going to instill fear into the hearts of your players. Spend the fear. Spend some money. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you for a minute about a recent module that we created. Now, you might have seen our series called A Clockwork Silence on YouTube, and you probably had a good time with that. You know that as a ttrpg, Daggerheart is really narrative forward and really focuses on storytelling. And we had a great time with this in A Clockwork Silence. So A Clockwork Silence takes place in my homebrew city of Amakora, which is on the continent of Emberfell, in a world called Vesper. This city is full of clanks, automatons that are sort of the product of an inventiveness, a culture of tinkerers that have moved into the city because it's full of resources. It's a port town. There's ships going in and out all the time. So you're able to get anything you want. And therefore, we've got a lot of innovation. In this city, a very famous clank inventor named Aurora Flux has disappeared. She's gone missing. And it was just on the eve of her unveiling her latest invention called the Veritas engine. The Veritas engine was a device that was supposed to sort of seek out truth by connecting with the resonating impulses from your body. But what Aurora didn't realize she had done is potentially created an engine that gave sentience to clanks, something she's been seeking for a long time. Now, things are unstable. There's a deep resonating hum throughout the city, and Aurora is gone. Your party is actually going to help correct this. You're going to look for Aurora and get to the bottom of what's happening here. This brings into play so many moral issues that your players are going to have to tackle. Like, for one, does this clank have like a life force now? And are you going to be forced to take it away from her? These are great problems to solve. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, the module itself is completely finished. 42 pages, and you can pick it up on our website, or you can head over to DriveThruRPG, or you can pick it up on itch.io. All three resources are available. We're going to get a link to it in our shop below as well. Check it out. If you're a Daggerheart GM, I really think you're going to love this module. Can't wait to hear what you think. Catch you soon.
We love you guys, and we want to do this as much as possible, but we need your help. 2 years, no, not even 2 years, years ago, we started as a humble game in Todd's basement.
Get the fuck out of my basement.
Get the fuck out of my video. We started as a humble game in Todd's basement playing Curse of Strahd. We didn't think anything of it. And then we decided to make a channel. And it has grown into a beautiful thing. And now we have you guys, a wonderful community. If you want to be an even bigger part of that community and help us do crazy things like make short films and everything, hop on over to Patreon, the link in the description below. For $5 a month, you're going to get a Boon and Bane every month, which is already a $10 deal. And that's going to help you affect the game in good ways for our players and or bad ways. You are also going to get a discount on all of our merch. And on top of that, you're going to get a special Discord role. So please tell us you love us. If not, I'm going to cry. Okay, bye.
dip out.
Yeah. Okay, we're on. Welcome back from the break.
We're back.
Sorry about the technical difficulties on the sound. We're working on it, and we'll perfect it. We will perfect it. All right, so before we went to break, we noticed that the poll for naming our dice tray had pretty much run its course, I
There
think.
was one more vote during the break,
Okay.
But
which solidified it even more.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's like there's a wide divide
Should
there?
we all say it in unison?
I mean,
All right,
6%.
6%
maybe
divide?
7.
6.7.
I can't.
So are we going to name it
On 3, 2,
On 3, 2, 1.
on 3, 2, 1?
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. The Pit of Fate.
All right,
R.I.P.
so
Mikes.
our
I forgot what it was.
on-camera dice box is officially called the Pit of Fate. And whenever we're going to roll something important, I will tell you, roll
Should we?
the Pit of Fate.
We're working on lighting, but should we peek it really quick?
Hey, you want to...
If anyone
can we
knows
get it?
in
Oh,
chat,
it's already currently
It's already
in there.
up.
So
There's
there
a
it
roll.
is.
What's the roll?
Hey.
5 and 3,
Okay,
baby.
5 and 3. That's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
Let's
That's
thank,
pretty
let's thank
bad.
Bun Bun for that name.
Man, but what was your hope? And what was
Yeah,
your
Bun
fear?
Bun gave it the Pit of Fate.
White is hope. So that's an 8 with fear.
Awesome. Great
So,
way to start.
You know what? Hell yeah.
Rough, but
I'll tell
So
you
we're
what,
gonna figure out
Duality
the
Dome, Duality Dome was a very close second.
It really was.
Duality
You
Dome was
know,
pretty funny.
it was.
It
That
felt okay.
that vote went back and forth for a
Yeah,
while.
It did.
It was
did.
like one would take the lead and then it
Whole
would
lot
fall
of
back,
team.
and like it was back and forth. Duality Dawn took the lead hard in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going with this. And one of the things I wanted to do with all of you is just brief you on what you might know based on staying with these factions, okay? So, first of all, you're the only one in... Oh, wait, you and Indexor are both in Final Passage, correct? Okay. So, hold tight. We've got Nathan. I should say we've got Creech, we've got Orlith, and we've got Kriya at Sanctum. You are at the Triadics, and so you are all by yourself.
Wow.
I wasn't... There was no way I was
And
going to
none of us are
that.
playing bards this campaign.
No.
I almost
Rat.
did.
You probably should.
I gotta say, that's kind of
What
surprising.
does that mean?
I tried
You
to
make good bards.
Oh, okay, all right.
Why are you taking
I
it?
thought that was a
make
hint.
good
No, I
bards,
thought that was
we
like a-
make
like a
good
campaign
bards,
hint, you know what I
we
mean?
How
make
dare you say
good
it?
Like-
bards,
You would
we
make
make
good
good
use
bards.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like, enough.
I
Trying to decide who I want to go first. I think I might take my Sanctum people first. Because I think that's going to be the most interesting one. So I'm starting there.
Ooh.
Sanctum's interesting.
Wow.
think so.
Am I
No.
am I gonna have to watch a stream after it posts?
Wait, are you guys Sanctum too?
Yes.
Nice!
Yes.
I'm a rock.
So the rest
Yeah,
of you
they-
can leave the
They're a
room.
statue.
I got a rock.
Leave the room.
I got a
Get
rock.
the fuck out of
me.
here.
I fought for my rock.
Who up fighting for their rock?
all fought for the rock a little bit.
Wow, so my character's
We're
gonna be
leaving.
possibly
Hey, you
aware
want
of
me to cut
Cyrwin.
anything while I'm out here?
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
What?
You want me to cut anything while I'm out here?
No.
What?
The cheese.
Paper cutter.
Paper cut.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Give me a page and I'll cut them up.
Okay.
JL.
I'm gonna give
Sorry.
you.
Sorry to
I'm
derail
gonna
you.
give you the
J.
start
Alright, cool.
L. Y.
because I'm using void content. If you look
Fuck
up the
yeah.
subclasses, that would be huge.
Wait, that all comes out like physically.
Well,
this
not
summer.
not Blood Hunter. Blood Hunter is not in Daggerheart, Hope and Fear,
Fuck. 9, 8,
which is
4.
kind of sad, but also like I'm so ridiculously excited for that expansion nonetheless, and I know that I'm gonna play the new classes when I have them in my hand.
I should play a bard, but where I just like pre-write a bunch of limericks. I fucking
You
love
only
limericks.
speak in limericks.
So, there is something interesting in Sanctum that I want to mention to you, and then I want you to channel your inner curiosities and see what you think.
What interests me about Sanctum?
No, hang on. Sanctum has a central area to it. So the entirety of the Sanctum Monastery is built in, I won't say a circular or octagonal form. It's not that geometrically perfect. However, the central area of Sanctum is an open courtyard, and it is exquisite. It is growing lush with greenery, trees from all around Vesper. It is like a beautiful garden, and it is topped with a dome. That dome is made of copper and glass, and the glass functions like a greenhouse, allowing sunlight to stream through. It has always struck all of you as an interestingly beautiful place. It is the type of place you would love to just grab a book, and walk outside into this space and sit and enjoy the peace and quiet. And you notice that a number of the monks pass through those doors all the time. But every time you attempt to pass through one of those doors to take that space in, they stop you. You're not allowed out there.
Why not?
So you don't quite understand why, likely because you're outsiders to some degree. But what I would like to know is if your determination or your character and how your character behaves would attempt to get out. Yeah, you're just like, yes. Yes.
I'd go through the ground.
So you would enter the space.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. No. Not unless I'm a member.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So. We'll be starting the campaign off a little bit differently. All right.
Okay.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
So I have to look at my game mechanics here. Give me a second.
If we're playing, I'm a rock.
You're rock.
I'm
You're with me.
Yeah.
Right.
You're with me.
So when you entered that space, I'm going to need you to make a reaction roll.
Oh
Presence reaction roll for me.
my god.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Would you like to make it in the dice tray?
Oh my god, that's
Is it fair? Wait, is it fair to do this without the other members here? To use it?
No.
It's not fair.
I think
That's
we have to give the first pit roll.
The first pit roll
Like,
has to be a group
There's
roll.
gonna
Yeah.
be there's gonna be ceremony.
Agreed. So Kriya, would you please make a presence roll for me?
Hope and fear don't. Do they matter?
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction roll, so hope and fear do not
we haven't
matter.
played in so long. I'm scared. I'm scared.
First roll of the game.
And I critted.
Are you fucking kidding me?
With nines. Look at it. Nines.
That's real. That's fucking real.
my God.
Holy shit, Liv.
First roll of the campaign is a crit.
So now when whoever quizzes us during a live stream, I'll be able to tell you the first roll was me and I critted.
Wow.
She croaked.
That's my kid.
Oh my god, that's fucking crazy.
Well, I will
Should've
tell
been
you
in there.
this. You step out into this space by tunneling under the ground.
yeah.
You go under the ground and emerge in this space, and for a moment, you're sort of overcome by all of the beauty. You are overcome by the teachings of the Sanctum monks. You feel it. You feel song rise up in your head. Your whole body sort of vibrates with a kind of feeling of wholesomeness and goodness. And then you're fine. You go back to being like Kriya for a moment. And I'm not going to tell you what would have happened had you failed that roll.
Wow.
Because there's still an opportunity for someone else to do this.
Yeah.
Okay? The critique has a very sort of specific role in this.
So it was overwhelmingly good.
It was overwhelmingly good.
So I want to make a note to say that that's kind of very polarizing for her compared to where she kind of ended off
Yes.
last chapter.
And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. You almost feel a sense of such contrast.
it's like whiplash.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. It's so contrasting to the last campaign for you that you almost shake your head out of it. Like you're like, oh my God, it was just so angelic, almost. It almost lifted you off the ground in the most sort of light way. So, that being said, I will say for your crit, your reward for your crit is this. And since you've been together, and we'll assume that Creech, you know Kriya, right? This feeling, you're not alone in. Others in this space seem to be almost unbelievably, emphasis on the word unbelievably, committed to this space, the space of sanctum. There is absolutely no conversation you can have with a single monk in this space that would sway them ever from the absolute belief that this is the most holy place on earth and they would never, ever leave.
Interesting.
It's uncanny.
So
yeah.
did I?
So
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead because I'm gonna go a different way.
Did I get kicked out? somebody
Did you get
see
kicked
me?
out? That's a little bit, anecdotal.
Very, like-
Yeah, that's a little bit anecdotal. You've been in there.
Okay.
Maybe you've made a point of not being seen,
Okay.
but we'll get into that more when we get into
Actually,
session one.
okay.
Okay, here's what I want to say, because I think I had mentioned that I think I would have come here with the intention to stay
Mm-hmm.
and to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have maybe been here for about a year, and if that's all right, and sort of putzed about the island until probably around the time that you came, maybe a month after, settling in this monastery.
So if you've been there a year,
Mm-hmm.
and you have so you would have been under the teachings of the Sanctum monks.
Mhm.
They would have been steering you in the direction of staying on with them.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of that year, you would have been invited into
Mm-hmm.
this central garden.
Yeah.
At which point you would be, oh shoot, you were supposed to make that roll with disadvantage. Because
Do you want me to roll
because you
again?
snuck in.
Yeah, but
It's fine.
it would have critted anyway.
Yeah.
It was a crit anyway.
So, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because disadvantage affects the numerical value.
Correct,
Oh,
correct.
okay,
So that's
right.
fine. So, you would have been invited into the space,
Mhm.
and you. I mean, basically, you are. Why don't you make the roll for me? Make a presence roll for me.
I'm gonna steal Garrett's die.
Oh God.
Use the big ones.
Facts. All right. Hope, fear.
It's a reaction roll, doesn't matter.
That's an 8.
Oh.
Rough, buddy.
Okay. Your trip into the central garden. You feel the same thing that I just described to Kriya. You feel this angelic force rise up within you. You feel that the Sanctum monks' teachings are the most powerful thing in the universe. And you are compelled to stay in that mindset. You have become one of them. You will walk, talk, preach the Sanctum monks' way. Now here's some good news, and I think this will play well, and I want you two of you to maybe talk about this on the side. You don't have to tell me what you say. But you would have seen that transition. Okay? Not in the instant it happened, but you would have known Creech before and known Creech after, and you also would have felt this kind of
Oh, God.
sensation. So I'll just leave that with you.
Cold.
I will leave that with you.
I said it was
Okay.
culty.
Now, Orlith, you are there sort of as stone statue, as part of Kriya's inventory. We know that there's a little bit of potential flexibility in your consciousness.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll just leave that there for
Yeah.
you. Okay?
That makes perfect sense.
All right.
Yeah, I jab.
That's Sanctum.
That's
Wow.
great.
That's
I
rad.
can't believe I
Nuts.
freaking critted.
That is nuts.
I know, that was awesome.
That's rad as fuck.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you out, and I'm going to ask you to send me Thisleen, who is one of the staying with the Triadics.
Awesome. Alright,
That's fucking nuts.
I gotta prepare myself and take my Daggerheart folio that I got at PAX.
Oh yeah. She crowed.
She did croat.
She crewed.
She crewed.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the thing's out there. Thisleen has returned. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello there.
Oh, God. Okay. Sitting.
Making sure the door's closed.
Shut the door, jackasses.
Is it closed?
Slightly ajar.
Thank
There
you.
it goes. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
We're alone now.
Don't make me start singing, Brittany.
No, we're not gonna. That's not Brittany.
Thanks.
It's Tiffany.
Tiffany, thank you.
Why do I know that?
That was...
I
the fact
hate-
that you corrected me that quickly is pretty fucking embarrassing for you.
It is embarrassing for me.
We're
Yeah.
old.
We should be getting that wrong. All right, here's the deal.
Okay. Hit me.
You're part of the Triadics. You've sort of spent time with them. You claim to have gone out to the ceremonial visitation of the Gargrothian and swam amongst the feet of the
In secret.
In secret, yeah. One thing that I think stands out for you with the Triadics is that you are constantly being questioned by them about your time in Hathros. The Triadics seem to have, because what you've gleaned from 5 months of spending time with them, you'll answer a question. Like they'll say to you, so what was it like? Did you see Raquig? Did you, what were the encounters like in the Emberclad Fortress? What do these places look like? They ask you these questions and you would describe them to them conversationally. And they would look at each other and nod or take notes as if they know something. Now, I asked the former group while they were here about what their intentions might have been given the circumstances, and they made rolls based on what they would have done. So I'm curious, as you saw this develop, and given your sort of, nature as your character, would that have sparked you to try and do anything? Lie, find out further information, go digging around, any of those things? I'll give you one option here, or none if you don't want to take any and you've just been observing, which is totally allowed.
Well, so one of the major things that has happened for Thisleen throughout being on this island is that they have outwardly gained a more lighthearted, rejuvenated stature, a little more of a presence that seems more playful. There's less of that weight on them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still serious as attack, but at the same time, you're not quite sure what's going to happen with them. So I think Thislene's reaction to their questioning, their line of, it seemed almost comparative in nature. I think Thisleen would probably have gotten a lot more wide-eyed and tried to bring them into a more trusting situation, more purring, more, amiable, visibly amiable connection with them.
Okay.
To find out a little bit more.
To see if you could connect more with them.
To see what they might give up.
Okay, so you're doing this with the intention of extracting more information.
It's it's more of like a acute aggressiveness. I'm so lovable and so fluffy. I'm purring.
Okay.
I'm loving you.
Okay.
And I wanna get something out of that. While their guards are lowered from my reaction to them. I think there's something that I could learn from that.
All right, so I'll give you this. I'm just going to give you the roll and the result of the roll.
Okay.
All right, so I want you to make a presence roll for me.
All right.
And this is because you are attempting to imbue yourself with some kind of either charisma, connection, whatever the case may be.
I'm gonna. It's like that moment when a cat kind of rolls on their back, purring, and gives you their belly, but you're not quite sure if they're gonna bite you or just continue to love on you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I critted. Give it to me. Come on, Daddy. Give it to me.
My reaction wasn't because it was because someone else already critted.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so I will say this. Through this, you were able to befriend one of the triadic monks in such a way. And it came out of this notion that, first of all, the triadic monk you befriended came entirely from their curiosity with your experiences, right? So rather than being involved in some kind of tribunal where you're questioned by lots of monks, there would be times when you'd be passing somebody in the hall, and one of the brothers would come over and sort of put his arm around you and say, Thisleen, walk and talk with me. Tell me more about your adventures. Yeah, warrior, I'll say it's a hot table.
No shit,
right? And so there was this time when you were talking about so this monk keeps asking you about Raquig. And there was a moment when you know that Kriya connected with Raquig, and you were talking about that connection that she had with him directly, which number one makes the Triadics very nervous about Kriya's presence on the island. But number two, this monk looks away from you for a moment, shakes his head and says, it may be coming faster than I thought. And you ask, what would that be? And the answer he gives you is that the Triadics believe that Raquig is going to be moving on the gods again soon. And they think that's why you've all been sent here. Which makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Now, Warrior just asked a question in the chat. What happened to the kid? And I was going to ask you that while you were in here, because I would say, if it were my story, I'd say that Kay has been with you the whole time, given the trust bond that was created between the two of you. But what do you think happened?
I would agree with that 100%. But what I would add to that is there's been a trust bond, but also an ability for Kay to develop a bit of independence, because Thisleen being so disconnected from the Great Waters throughout this whole last adventure really needed to deeply soak in and reconnect with their spirituality through the waters. And so there was a lot of time spent in the water, but within close distance to Kay. Kay would always be on the shoreline and never out of sight from Thisleen, but yet allowed to explore this world as well and kind of process some of what they've lost and what they've gained in this new relationship with this giant cat that is kind of becoming a little bit more paternal.
Okay. And honestly, the Triadics would have offered services where the child could have been, taken in and educated and consoled with and checked in on. And so you wouldn't have been alone in your connection to her. There would have been a lot of support.
Yeah, and Kay saw the value in that, I think, but at the same time, kind of took on a little bit of a fierce independence, almost maybe a trauma response or a survival mode. I kind of think of the feral kid from Road Warrior with the boomerang.
Yeah.
I think they're losing their entire family and seeing what had become of their sibling, and knowing that they were very, very close to that happening to themselves. I think Kay probably would have.
She still has a piece of the husk from Jeannie's body on her. All right, I'm going to send you back out.
Okay.
And so I want you to just think about that.
Yeah.
And maybe this could be factual, this could be folly. It's hard to know, but this is what you heard from this monk.
Okay.
Okay?
As far as that Gargathian,
The Gargrothians.
Gargrothians.
Yes.
Gargrothians. This lean definitely felt a pull to them. And a deeper connection that was similar to what they felt with Bobabsis, but yet a little bit stronger, a little more familiar,
Okay.
but still shrouded in some kind of mystery.
We'll work on that. I think that's great.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Send in Rich and Garrett.
Very good.
Oh god.
Two freaking critiques. Like, how does that, or not critiques, two freaking critical roles. How does that even happen? I don't even understand. Do I even give these guys a roll?
Richard, you go first.
You want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
All
You
right.
further.
I'm
You're
gonna
further
go
in the
first
line.
then. Okay, Pops. I'll go
Okay,
first.
people need to push their chairs in.
Well,
Coming?
tell
We're
me
coming,
about
peeps.
my town.
Jay Vagabond says, "Man, I hope one day to pull off a cloak like that. Seriously, you
Yo.
know what? You know what else, Jay?
I come in
Eric
this and
can
I just
pull
see
off
shirt
a
gang.
kilt like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my god, the guy wears
Eric
a kilt.
is amazing.
Like, he rocks the kilt.
Shark
So-
Gang.
Shark Gang.
Shark Gang.
I want to be part of the Shark Gang almost.
Wait, let me tell you what I had a name that wasn't Shark Gang. Let me.
I think Indexer
I think it
needs
was.
to learn about the Shark Gang.
I think it was called the Titles, because I'm a Tide, whatever. It's my background. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. It's at the Tidal Gang,
The Tidal Gang.
because we're
Okay.
Tide folk. We're Tide
Okay.
kin.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm curious about that. I'm not going to get into that too much now, but I do want you to think about how, like, where are they? Like, where do they live?
Who?
This Tidal Gang.
Yeah.
Shark Gang.
Yeah, I know where they live. They live in the under the city, like in the waterways.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
So they're physically connected to Eddington.
Yeah.
All right, we got to work on that.
All right.
All right, but, so here we are, and you guys are residents of Final Passage. Now, for the most part, with the other groups, being inside of the monasteries offered them eyes on things that might otherwise be closed off to the rest of the world. And so I had to kind of give them not only secrets, but choices to make around those secrets. Yours is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so first of all, one of the things we're going to have to establish is how the group all knows one another now. Now, in Dexor, that's easy because we've had Indexor out before. You must have an idea.
Yeah. Can I be their assigned travel guide?
Well, they would probably have some kind of liaison on the island. So yeah, that would be
What do you
perfect.
mean? Show them around, give them a hike or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's perfect. Now, two things I'm going to hand to you that I think will be interesting. A little bit different from the other group. One, you have eyes on Eddington. You understand the comings and goings here. You have knowledge that the others definitely don't have. So at some point when I'm done with this conversation here, I'm going to send Garrett out. I'm going to give you two other things that Indexor would not know. Okay, but for now I'll give you what you both would know.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So you recently, late at night, one of the things about Eddington that's interesting is there's not a lot of nighttime travel. With a couple of small exceptions amongst some of the monk elders who tend to go out at night maybe to gaze at the stars, look at the moon. But you move about at night.
Yeah.
And so one of the reasons people don't move about at night is because every sacred place has its underbelly. There's a deep respect on this island amongst the monks. That's a hard thing to say. Amongst the monks.
Amongst the monks.
Amongst the monks. For the species of merfolk. Merfolk live in the ocean
Yeah.
and visit the island of Eddington at night. And they are not people that you want to mess with. You, in your slipping about quietly and very tactfully sort of avoiding situations that you know would get you in a lot of trouble, survival,
Yeah.
you've seen a number of them. So you do understand the dangers of nighttime travel in this space, because people that are unfortunate enough to meet merfolk on the shores usually lose their lives. They're powerful beings. They come to Eddington for a reason you're not entirely sure of, but you have seen them in the shadows and you quickly slip away. So this is something you know.
This is just me or both of us? No.
Well, both of you would know that because you've both spent some time together and you've shared this within Dex or conversationally. One other thing that you've noticed recently, and this is just in like the last day, is there's a new ship that has come to Eddington. Its latest cache of people has disembarked or come off the ship onto land, and they're settling in for their 2-week stay. And you noticed in that same nighttime travel that there were 6 passengers that snuck off the ship at night into the shadows and disappeared. You saw all 6 of them together. That's unheard of. Okay, so that's something you spotted and is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
In Dexor, I'm trying to decide what I want to give to you on this, because I wasn't aware that you would pick this space. And so now I'm trying to match it with your research and desire for lore. I've got a bomb that I want to drop on you, but I don't know if I want to do it in this session or if I want to do it in another. But I will tell you this. When session 1 opens, we're each going to have scenes. You're going to be up to something, whether it's you're in one of the monastery's basements. As a matter of fact, let's do that. I gave everybody an opportunity to roll. I'm going to give you an opportunity to roll. This is going to be your presence roll. Okay, you're going to take a presence roll right now, and that roll is going to decide whether or not you've been allowed access to any of these monasteries to do the research that you've been trying to do. You've been knocking on their door and saying, let me in. I want to look in your archives.
Crazy
And
thing
so-
to say.
Right?
Let me in. I want to look in your archives.
Let me in. I want to see what you got. So a couple of things on this roll. One, success or failure is not going to be in the traditional sense. It's not going to be like if you roll above a 15, you succeed. The way we're going to do this is, what's your presence modifier?
1.
Okay.
I'm negative.
If you roll above a 20, you will have gained access to the Divine Cheka. If you roll above an 18, you will have gained access to the Way of the Three, which is another difficult one to get into. If you roll above a 15, you're in Pactoris. If you roll above a 12, you're in the Triadics. And if you roll above a 10, and you got into Sanctum.
Sanctum's easy.
And then the hope or the fear factor will determine what I give you.
Can we roll in the cam?
No, they wanted to roll in the camp. I said not without everybody present, so just roll straight.
My rolls have been.
If you crit, I'll give you your choice.
Holy shit.
Tell me you critted.
I didn't crit.
Oh my god, because everyone else did.
I didn't crit.
need it.
I didn't need. I mean, it is with fear.
23.
It's a 23.
Oh, like, is it the next best number?
Yep. It's a 23 fear.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
For this bit of lore, You have to leave the room.
What? In my years on this
Get
fucking
out.
island, mate.
In your years on this island, you have never been inside the Divine Chekka's monastery.
Fuck. Will.
But I'm gonna have you come back in so I can give you your piece of lore.
Alright. Do I get
All
to
right.
roll?
What?
Do I get to roll?
Yeah, probably. Whew. All right, here's the deal. Divine Chekka is a strange place, okay? You went through and you got access to their archives. You looked through their scrolls, you looked through their various tomes, their teachings. They did this for you because you are a clank, okay? They realized that if they can put their knowledge into somebody that is logical and unbiased, that there's no harm for them in that. Okay, so that's the reason you were granted access. So, here's what you learned. The Divine Chekka are vehemently opposed to the wealthy on a level that is, like, unheard of. And as you started looking through these archives, you found a whole series of scrolls that seem to document numerous people that they have taken in over the years and given counsel to. They seem to be people that were rejected from the judgment, and then for some reason, Divine Chekka decided to take them in. Also unheard of. So why is it that this very secretive, very religious, or I should say very rigid, rules-based religion has broken its own seeming pattern in certain circumstances? Yeah. So what's going on there? You were not able to necessarily find out exactly what it is, but that piques your curiosity. All right?
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Guess that's it.
All right? Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I'm going to have you send Rich back in real quick, and
I
then we're
will.
going to get the whole table back in, right?
Yeah,
I only have
right.
a small piece of information for Rich. It's not huge.
Okay.
Not huge.
Not
I will
huge.
send him in.
Fuck.
Are you listening in on my conversation?
No.
Fucking guy, you fucking guy.
I fucking get minuscule information. I get the fucking scraps.
No, you don't. All right.
Did you see all the shark names? The shark gangs?
I did. Sewer sharks, robo shark, street sharks, land shark, Jawsome.
Jawsome.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
I like this.
Yeah.
All right, so I have one fact for you. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge roll for me.
You piece of shit.
Is that your worst modifier?
Can I roll a presence?
No. Knowledge.
What the fuck is it knowledge, dude?
I will tell you in a moment. Because
My knowledge is a 0.
Because Richard Froman is going to understand the reference I'm about to make, but we're trying to decide if Blue understands the reference we're about to make.
What's happening? Alright, I'm rolling. Blue is gonna roll. Give me a luck, guys. That's fucking shit. That's an 11, yeah.
An 11?
11 with hope.
An 11 with hope.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. That ship that came into port, releasing its new passengers. You see something that you see from time to time, but this one seems pretty interesting. There is a very wealthy woman who is getting off the ship. She is slender,
Rich gets the reference.
tall. What's that?
Rich gets the reference.
Just like that?
Yep.
Who is it?
Fame.
So, you don't know that.
No, Blue.
You don't know that.
No.
But you do get a chance regularly to see the rosters, the passenger roster of the ship. And you're interested in this woman because she comes with a sort of handlers. She's got 3 or 4 handlers that seem to be bringing along her item.
She's important.
She's important. And so you look down the roster at the names. She's very elderly, first of all. She's fit, slender. She's got a nice coif of red and gray hair on the top of her hair. On top of her head, she has jewels on.
Did she engage with me?
No.
Okay.
No, she walks right past you. But you do check the roster, and you see that there is the name, the Lady Catherine Darwich.
All
All right?
right. Catherine Darwish. Yeah.
So she is staying in Final Passage and going to the judgment.
I'm not assigned to her. Right? It's not. I'm not.
We can make
Nothing
that
to-
decision in session 1.
Alright.
We can decide if that, like, I'd like to talk to you further about how you run your service and how you get assigned people, and then we can see if that happens.
Alright.
But I can say this, she would be reluctant to have a tour guide simply because she's not that type of person.
Oh, not a Taurus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, independent type.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right?
Blue approves.
Blue approves.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, let's get everybody else back in here. You guys can come back in.
Oi, come on in. Yeah.
And I'm never gonna dance again.
What?
Guilty.
Sup, chat?
No Randall. That's Kermit singing Careless Whisper.
I've got a job.
And guess what's inside it?
It's cold out there.
All right, we're
man.
back.
I know, you're back in the warm room.
It's fine.
It
was fun.
A little bit of a feel.
I should get my saxophone out and wail.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Shot gang. Oi, oi, oi.
Okay,
So, what the fuck?
It's okay.
so we're winding down. I think we're gonna wrap up in about 20 minutes or so.
Whoa.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
So
We're gonna do our cards.
Questions.
What the fuck?
we got to do questions.
Yeah.
maybe a little longer than 20 minutes. We got questions to do.
We can do like one
scare me
round
like
or
that.
stuff.
We could do a round. Oh, thank you. I was gonna ask if they were brought in from out there. Can I have them?
I'm never going to dance again.
All right. So something we typically do on our session zeros, if you have not watched before, is we love this deck called the Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck, and it is a deck of questions that you ask in your session zero.
And not even sponsored.
Not sponsored.
We are not sponsored by
We
them.
should be.
Yeah.
We just like them.
God, we use it a lot. Like, we love this deck.
I
And
think
you know
like,
what?
the last
Some
four
of-
session zeros we've done.
Some of our viewers have bought this deck.
I know.
I did really. I was telling Rich and Nathan. I almost, because we were planning for the session zero, I knew it was coming up in a couple of weeks. I almost bought the session zero system, and I would really like to try it next time
The
Like, I'll
session
purchase-
zero system.
for Elias's game. Elise. Sorry, Elise.
Elise
Oh,
Hernandez?
Elise. Yeah, Elise from Darrington.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
I really like. I had it in a cart, and I was gonna purchase it for the group because like it looks nice, and I would like to try something different. And maybe we bounce back and forth.
I think that's a great idea.
But we got this right now.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, let's get it.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, that's-
Hashtag not
no, but
sponsored
it's
yet.
true. Outside is like the Frostbound Gash.
It's not that cold, people. These
My gosh. It's
Y'all-
just-
people
y'all
are
need some more
just-
Excuse me.
glove,
Excuse me.
insulation.
That's
pretty
pretty
funny.
funny. That's pretty fucking funny, bro.
Saturn hit the mute.
What? The what?
Whoa.
Okay, so
Get 'em
first of
away.
all,
Treacherous one. No.
first of all, I have a couple of questions from a. So this is a document that I got in a creative writing course that is about character development, and there's some basic character questions in here. So I'm gonna give each of you a random one from there that I want you to answer in like 3 or 4 sentences. Don't go off on a long
Why not
thing.
like 6?
What? Okay.
Cut me off.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with Blue.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Blue. And listen, the other thing is I want when you answer these, I want you to adopt them. Obviously, you don't have the answer for these questions sitting on the tip of your tongue. You're gonna think them out. You're gonna respond to my prompt, and then I want you to build that into your character. Okay? I want that to become part of your character's behavior for this campaign.
Yeah.
All right, what's one bad habit you have, and when does it happen?
Oi.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a good question, isn't it? Blue.
Eats the Taurus.
Yeah, Blue. Well, are we going serious or funny?
Your call.
What's so funny?
Just the
Nothing.
book.
I think that Blue's one bad habit is sometimes he.
Did you say one bad?
One second, please. I gotta think. This is a tough one, man.
Remember what's his name from
I have a
Beast
question.
Feast?
I have a question.
Limbus is back.
Limbus.
Limbus. It's a little bit of a mix of Limbus.
I'll tell you what, guys.
We were just
Can we
talking about
actually-
Limbus.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you go around and tell everyone their questions so they have time and come back to me?
Sure.
So
I
we
can
all
do
like,
that.
know our questions and can think.
I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, so, Creech, what is your character scared of?
Oh.
That's gonna be yours. Shoot. Let me go down the list here. Indexor. Hang on a second. Indexor, what makes your character angry? Okay. Moving on. Oh, I got one for you, Thisly.
Oh boy.
Okay.
If you don't want to answer this, you don't have to. If I'm... Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any habits or addictions?
Ooh.
Woof.
Woof.
Oh.
That's a good one.
I'm just writing them down so I know which ones I assign to you. Okay, Orlith. That's actually kind of a good one. That one's too easy. That one's dumb. What is your relationship to law and order in your world?
As a statue?
Basically the laws of physics.
Yes. Gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity.
No, but in your past as well.
Yeah.
And finally, Kriya. I was about to say, what is your character scared of? But that's everything.
Yes, somebody mentioned in the chat. They said, "Is the cry counter coming back for this chapter?"
Oh, that's on the notes of things to address before next stream. Cry counter question mark.
Yeah.
It was noticed.
What would your character most like to change about themselves and why?
Ooh.
Good introspection for you. You need that, yeah.
All right, back to you, Blue.
Yeah, Blue is ready, I think. Blue has kind of developed the ability to use water and kind of see through people's eyes and hear through their ears. So sometimes when Blue is a bit bored, he'll go to the local tavern and kind of just eavesdrop on a juicy looking conversation. But he won't do anything with it. He'll just listen, and if it gets too spicy, he'll kind of like check out a bit, but he does get a bit nosy.
Interesting.
Fuck.
I'm curious for you to develop, like,
You're like Edward.
if
from
there's
Twilight.
ever been a situation where one of those eavesdroppings has droppings, where
I didn't mean to be dropping
I didn't mean to be dropping the eaves.
The comments
you
are
for
killing
catching
me.
that.
The way they're spelling water.
I can't wait. This whole campaign,
Is
water is gonna be spelled 75 different times in the
Yes, it is.
chat, and I love
It is.
it.
But here's what I want to know from you, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know now, but you've developed this over time. Have you ever been in a situation where what you've been listening to has caused you to want to intervene or interact or cause panic, or maybe somebody's going to be harmed, or you learned something you realized you probably shouldn't have been listening to, and I'm going to move to Creech now. All right?
good.
Think about that. All right, Creech, what are you scared of?
When Creech was a child, with, his crew of pirates, and keep in mind, Creech is probably around 23 years of age. He literally grew up from being an infant until maybe when he was 20, being on this boat with all these pirates. So he was sort of taken care of by community. And so there are rules of operating on a boat that you should be aware of so that you're not a fucking idiot and you don't die. So they came up with, there's a mix of urban legends around, or I guess it's not really urban legends, but like, legends of things at sea that they would tell me when I was a kid and sort of twist them to turn them into stories of what not to do. This was a story to keep me from wandering around the deck of the boat at night when everybody was likely asleep, and if I fell overboard, no one would be able to save me. But it was a story of this terrible, squid with a long beak that could fly out of the depths of the ocean at night and would prowl over the skies, over the sea, and watch for people on the decks of ships to snatch up and swallow whole.
Oh my God. Yes.
And even still to this day.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah. Even still till this day, Creech is terrified of things in the dark.
Ooh. Yes,
Just
yes.
the dark in general? Just
No, things in the dark.
Huh. That's fantastic.
Anything in the dark?
I can't wait to be in the dark around you.
Yeah.
One of your experiences is literally boo. Like,
She's gonna fuck with you.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Indexer, what makes you angry?
I've been racking my brain this whole time that you asked the question and it's gone around the table. And I think Indexer is just going to kind of spitfire this one a little bit. We saw a little bit of this in the Frostbound Gash, but indecisiveness. He is kind of to the point and almost wants a decision made. And if something is research is life, but if something is hindering that, it's going to annoy him. It's going to make him angry. So if there's a kid or something getting in the way of progress,
Oh yeah, the
Seems a
kid
little
pissed you
pointed.
off.
it's just going to be
Okay.
we're just going to kind of I don't want to say beeline, but kind of just sometimes maybe ignore a situation and just go for certain things.
Okay.
you
Okay.
know? So I think it's just,
I think that perfectly suits not only your drives and desires, but who you've already been.
yeah.
So that seems to track.
I think that's the best that he's got for what would make him angry. I mean, he doesn't really have emotion, but that's one thing that if there's something affecting his motives,
Yeah. Okay.
that's going to bother him.
Okay. I'm shuffling the cards right now so that we can all get a card eventually. Thistleen, habits or addictions?
Crack.
Poppers.
I like meth.
Hello. Come on.
Wow, it's interesting
Catnip.
that you were all talking about stimulants.
We like to go up, mate, not down.
Yeah, apparently.
Not down.
No.
Sounds like he's gargling all the time.
Yeah.
I would say that Thisleen's habits and or addiction. See, there's a blurred line between habits and addictions, I think.
Already sounds like you're justifying. Go ahead.
Well, that's kind of the role of it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's coming out perfectly. Keep going.
And I think it's more behavioral than it is substance. I'm reticent to say any more.
Ooh.
No,
Oh,
I want to know.
wow.
Okay. You don't have to reveal.
Have we witnessed any of this?
I think to
Any of
some
the characters
extent,
that might know you?
I think to some extent you have, but it might not have presented in the same way that it. Pickleball. I can't get enough of the pickleball.
Pickleball. Yeah.
No wonder you're reluctant to say.
Yeah. Yes, I believe you have witnessed it, but it might have manifested more as like a loyalty or a protection than what it might really be. And I think that this time that's been on the island has kind of revealed a little bit of that, so that Thistleen can maybe articulate it a little bit more. But still doesn't quite feel comfortable letting you know what it is.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
You know, you can know a thing, but you don't want to speak a thing because that brings it into reality.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So I do have an answer to it. but
I
I'm not
believe
giving
you.
it to you.
I believe you. Are we going to move on? Orlith?
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Kung kung. Sorry, I had
Wow.
SVU.
This table would definitely be SVU.
Oh God.
Ew. Sorry.
No, we're not going there. We're not doing
Black
that.
lights and CSI.
You think we're special?
No. Either way, Orlith's relationship to Law and Order, I think, has there's definitely been many different forms of this relationship. Early on in her life, she was exceedingly normal, and Law and Order were just parts of her life that she kind of just accepted. Things then changed. Law and Order became everything. Order specifically became everything. She was in a very specific and very devoted way of life for a significant chunk of time. And then that changed. There was a new order. There was a new purpose. And then it all changed again. Now, Law, in essence, is not a foreign concept, but it's not exactly one that she holds to a point of direct import. Orlith's got a lot of anger. And there are certain orders, and now there are certain not only facets of her life, but facets of the world that she is angry at and has lost a lot of respect for.
Okay.
There are things that are incredibly important to her, but then there are definitely things that have wronged her.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Just jotting. All right, Kriya. What would you
Okay.
change about yourself?
I think Kriya would change her outlook on life, or what could be left of her life, for lack of better words. She has been stuck in the like mundane essence of being like a never-ending 14-year-old since this partial death of herself. And she's kind of taken that as like the negative toll and just kind of waiting as her clock kind of ticks down and not really having much of a care for her own self as opposed to the selves of others that she cares for. So I think she would change and kind of get that to flip a little bit and kind of allow herself to live in the current moment of things while she still can.
Okay.
That's what she
That's good. That's good. Okay.
Rock on.
Got
Be in the
it.
moment. Be in the moment, dude.
Rock on.
Can I edit
No.
Yes.
My answer, just more like qualify it, because I'm unhappy with how I stated it at the end, because I don't want to sound like it's specifically scared of the dark, because that feels like a cop-out answer. It's specifically that, like, you know how as like an adult person, and definitely not 3 raccoons in a trench coat, like if you're out in the dark, it's reasonably like, it's like, oh, it's whatever. All I have to be scared of is like, are there like dangerous people or like animals about? But usually it's whatever. But like, you think about a story or like a terrifying creature, like after you watch a horror movie and you go outside and you're like, ooh, just like the thought of it is just like, fuck no.
100%.
That's it.
I've
like,
been there many times.
Highly sensitive to those sorts of stories and just like gets them every time. So.
That, you've handed me what to give you when you roll with fear.
BEA beautiful.
Yes.
Technical comes out of the door.
Yes. All of a sudden, have you thought of this?
There was a book you read in the middle of the night.
Remember that thing you said years ago?
Remember in 5th grade?
All right, so we're going to do a quick round with the cards.
Quick round.
And what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to tell our audience the different categories of the cards. And then there's 6 categories. I have a deck for each category. I'm just going to deal one off the top of each one of these, one to each of you. And that's going to be your question. You can read your question aloud and answer it, okay? So here we go. The categories are your present, your dreams, hypotheticals, your world, your past, and your companions.
Put it in the chat.
So I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to go like this. I just took the decks. I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull one for you.
Oh, this is putting it to the test about our reach.
RNG.
Wow.
One for you.
He just whipped that thing. Oh.
One for you.
What did I get?
Better make a name for myself.
One for you, right behind the iPad. One for you. Can you reach it? One for you, and right behind your other side.
Wow.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Your world.
All right. So.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to start?
No.
No? Do you want to start?
We started with Richard last time.
Let's go to Indexor.
Yeah.
Wow, I had to say something.
You had to put yourself
All right,
out
well,
there.
Got my attention.
my card is a little, I don't want to say lame, but my card is your companions. Who do you trust the most among your companions?
Oh boy.
What have they done to inspire this trust? Well,
It's me.
it's you?
What?
You're a new companion. I don't really know you. I don't know the wall that well. Okay, so these are
so
not
bad.
necessarily spoilers, but coming from the Frostbound Gash, because there are 4 returning players, 3 technically because 1 is a statue. I don't know the statue at all. The ghost girl, still very skeptical of her, so it would be Thizleen.
He hates me.
Thizleen.
And Thizleen.
Oh, it's so exciting.
And
The waterworks.
Thizleen, from my past, showed decent qualities. Indexor being a clank, he doesn't have emotions, but understands that Thizleen had good aspects of like trying to save the kid and stuff in our previous adventures. So I think Thizleen is a decent person.
Okay.
I can't say human being because Thizleen's a good kitty.
Entity.
Good kitty.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah.
I dig that.
Good kids.
That works. Keep that in mind, okay? I'm writing these things down as well.
Sure.
I think these are going to count. You look like you want to go.
Yeah.
Fire away, Creech.
So this isn't hypotheticals.
Lamb's tail.
The answer is, if you couldn't be an adventurer, what would you want to do with your life instead? Do you think you would be fulfilled? Creech, if they couldn't be an adventurer, I guess this is what they conceive to be the exact opposite. They would want to be a farmer. Yeah, and the idea behind it is it's sort of like, going through your whole life when you have to sort of stockpile food and just survive off of that for as long as possible as it's going stale, or even just like, you know, not living a lavish life. You're struggling anyway to even get access to food. The idea of just being able to grow your own food or raise animals to, you know, get milk, drink milk, make cheese, you know, make bread, you know, harvest fresh produce, you know, and, you know, there's still some stockpiling involved in that as well, of course, but it seems much more freeing to be able to provide for yourself consistently. I do think they would be fulfilled in that sense.
It's an interesting and odd
So you want to be a homesteader?
answer to someone who was raised by babushka and is seaborn.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the distance it is from both of those things. It's kind of like that identity you long for, but had no connection to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's perfect because
good,
it's
yeah.
like
Well,
you were raised on the sea.
yeah.
So, like what Todd was saying, almost the most distant from
Yeah.
a homestead of like raising animals and growing crops. I think that's cool.
That's beautiful.
Who wants to go?
I'll go.
All right, Kriya.
I have your world. Which source do you feel is the most reliable for getting news, and why?
Fox News.
Fuck you.
up.
Kriya has a lot of of course you would say.
Fucking shark.
Fox News sucks. Just kidding.
Without getting political.
That's it.
Kriya has a lot of trauma when it comes to news because she was very sheltered for her entire life, and only received one viewpoint of news and of information. So now that she's kind of free from that situation, she marvels in the fact of being able to listen to every single viewpoint and conversation. So she thinks the most reliable source of news is hearing everything and getting... Don't you dare, Siri is going off. Is hearing everything from everyone. Oh my god! I'm not even saying anything and it's going off. It's the government. It's Fox News. It's Fox News.
I love it.
Anyway, she thinks the most reliable way of getting news is hearing everything and then drawing the conclusions from all of the viewpoints and see what lines up. And that is her reliable source of
Wow,
news.
that's a rare trait. Very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Making good news.
Yeah.
Want to go?
Yeah, sure. So I got your past.
Oh, rock on.
What is the worst insult?
Literally.
What is the worst insult you have ever suffered? What did you do in response
That's
to it?
great.
It's phenomenal.
What's the
I
worst
love
insult,
that.
Mom?
So the worst insult Orlith has ever received wasn't a direct insult or jab. In a pivotal moment, someone looked her dead in the eye and said, "There's nothing you can do." And what did she do in response to it? She did it. Something fucking extreme. And that's what I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
More mystery.
Gonna hold that one back a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That's a great card.
It's a fantastic card.
I really want to learn about this, okay? So let's keep this in mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm writing this down as like one of the bonds that I hold to be like all you're all about.
Dude, I love this.
Yeah.
I really
That's a
do.
good one.
This-
Put that in your notes.
I will. I'll
You
take a
should
picture
all
of
be
it.
putting this in your notes. Well, maybe not the Fox News thing.
Yeah.
It's
So
already
wait,
in there.
you've gone.
I went.
It's just me and
You've
Fazline.
gone. You've gone. So it's just you and Thesleen.
Yeah. You want to go? You want me to go?
Oh man. How you like?
I want you to go.
All right. My question is my present, and it is: what is something about yourself that you are sure will never change,
Ooh.
and has it ever been truly tested? Well, just like any solid feline in this universe, unpredictability will never change. If I have to push this teacup off this table one more time,
if I have to jump up this ladder and perch atop and look down upon you and pee on you, if I have to
Oh my god.
run around top speed at 4 in the morning, you will not know about it. It's coming or going. It will happen. My unpredictability is certain.
Is it so certain that they're always in both simultaneous states, and therefore you are Schrodinger's Disleen?
Schrodinger's Katiti.
Katiti?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Or so
It's the best card ever.
unpredictability?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to be your next experience.
Blue?
Well, Blue has got your dreams. What is an honor you would like to receive one day? Do you think you are on the path to attaining it? Blue, it was born off the coast of Final Passage, right? I'm Australian now.
At least you can recognize it.
But Blue, you know, he has committed himself to helping people achieve passage to Lichés, right? And he is so fulfilled with this job. But Blue has hopes and he has dreams that are not being realized. He thinks that he has all the time in the world to help people and hopefully become worthy. So he likes his life here, but maybe later on sometime after he's done enough good and helped enough people, he will have earned his spot on the boat to Lichés.
Okay.
When the time is right.
When the time is right.
Yeah.
That's the one. All right. All right. I like it. I feel like we're in a decent spot. We have a lot to still work out, okay? You've all been given little tidbits of knowledge of your own. What I'd like to plan for really quickly for next week is when we begin our session, I would like each of you to be engaged in some kind of scene. You can open with that scene. I'd like to know what that is beforehand so that I can help to narrate that and bring it in. So I'll need that information soon from you. But I'd also like you to think quite a bit on how does this group meet together, regularly or irregularly? But you know, you had an adventure together, many of you did, but then there's also some new people. So what is the dynamic of this 6-person group? How do you gather? How do you know one another? As a matter of fact, let's just answer that one last question before we go.
Yeah.
How do you all, I mean, obviously Blue, you're the sort of liaison tour guide.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could be his tour guide. All of yous.
Like, yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? I think that would be sick.
We found our Jar Jar Binks.
No one else is excited. Okay. I'm gonna make you excited.
For what it's worth,
fine with that.
For what it's worth, Rich, I love this character.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We have had conversations.
Right, because we're in the same very small sanctum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how
Yeah.
the two of you know each other,
Yeah,
but how do
and-
all of you
Yeah.
know each other?
Well, for me to know the rest
Yeah.
of them, I assume that I would have met them through
I
you.
probably introduced you to
Yeah.
them at some point as I've gone to visit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't we shouldn't get in detail.
We can get into a little bit of detail.
Do we know each other we're on the island for a long time. Do we know each other?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I
Alright.
think so.
We have
you would have.
beef?
You actually probably would have met me when I got here.
When was that?
a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, things changed for me a year ago. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah.
There's fewer than 1,000 people on its island. So yeah, you would know
it's
each other.
pretty easy to know.
We get along. We're good.
Yeah.
We're mates.
Yeah. No, we're pretty tight. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we hang out?
Yeah, but I sort of dropped off for the past few months. You know.
Yeah. No time for final
Monk
passage,
shit.
folk.
Yeah,
you
but
doing
I'm
your monk thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely there's a shift in my personality. I seem brighter, more docile. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Indexor, I know you. We both in final passage.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm in the town.
You like to read.
I mean, if you showed us around,
Yeah, but we're in town together.
Yeah.
Blue would be a good one for you to go to find out like different places to go to expand your knowledge. So you've got a tightness there.
To find out about the
Cheka?
the divine Cheka. Find out what their deal is. You could have gone to Blue a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
know of them. I've never
But
been
I think what Todd said is perfect. If he was kind of our tour guide when we showed up 5 months ago, I would relate him to showing us around. So I might be like, yo, Blue.
Yeah.
You got an in here? Like,
always.
Something.
Well, what we?
Whoa! Chat, clip that.
That's winding up on TikTok.
Wait, I am a syndicate rogue. So
you know some shit.
I know someone everywhere. That's I don't know how you say literally in British.
Literally.
So literally, I know someone in every town. That is my only ability with this class. I know someone everywhere. That's all I do. That's all I
in the
fucking
spirit
do.
of a monastery island, you were kind of slipping into a little Sister Wendy there. I don't know.
Stop making references. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know someone everywhere, mate. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You need something, you come to me.
The connection.
This Lean, what do you got?
I was positing that being that we're all kind of drifting to different monasteries or a group of one and you looking throughout everything, it makes sense to me that we would all see each other generally in Final Passage. That seems to be the most agnostic place that we would all be able to come together.
I think my kind of in back to the group, because seeing the two people that I know are in different spaces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're at the water people and you're at the sanctum. I'd be wanting to learn what they're doing. So like if we're regrouping and revisiting, he might have an in with certain things, but I think I'd be kind of like, and maybe that's how I met the wall here.
The wall.
In one of my
the wall.
regroups.
Okay.
Is that what my accent should be? Like this?
The boulder.
The wall.
That's great.
My name's Creech the Wall, Lancetail.
Is this your voice?
Stop.
Everyone
No,
talks
it's
weird
too
on this
silly.
No, I think it needs to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be like,
Totally not believable.
It needs to be.
It's so funny. It's no.
Okay. So we have a little bit of a connection, and so we'll have a scene next week when we gather. Okay. What's that?
I'm a statue.
You're a statue.
I'm a statue.
Hit me.
Anybody have anything else they'd like to add? Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to change? Any rules that you'd like to put into play? Yes, Rich?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking in the off time about possibly getting a little crunchier with distance management in combat and whatnot, and bringing maybe some rule merging a little bit between
the other game.
Step
The
one.
game that
just
shall not be
Say
named.
D&D.
Step one.
D&D.
Would
Step
we?
one, paint
I
your
would like
minis.
to possibly, maybe do that.
Distance management
Well,
in combat.
some other,
Yeah, we could either work with a grid system. We could work with measuring tools to just sort of check distances.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I like measuring.
Because it to me, it seems like it's kind of a nice halfway point.
Okay.
It's
Not
like-
having to grid out every map I make would kind of be nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but it also like it kind of gives a tangential feel to it. Like you can have an idea of how far you can move, but it's not so.
Right.
It's you can sway it around. Or
Yeah.
Have a radius of movement or whatever. However you want to
Okay.
like that.
get creative about
I'm
designating how far we are.
I'm always down with getting a wee bit crunchier if you want to.
Yeah.
So we could certainly do that. You just looked like you had something.
Yeah, I want to discuss a debuff.
Do you want to do that?
that's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that on camera real quick,
Yeah.
right? All right, so explain what you're talking about.
Right. So my idea is I'm Creech is a little angry for reasons at life, at specific people, but also at life. And so coming here, searching for purpose after the death of their friend and trying to find out how to fix themselves, the answer was, boy, you got a lot of anger. Manage it. So the first few months of being there, Creech learned some anger management skills. So I took the experience, like holding hot coal, which is a reference to the Gandhi quote that anger is like holding hot coal, that it just hurts you. But I want to still work through it as the character. So I want those anger management skills to translate towards other aspects of emotional intelligence, but not quite for anger while I'm working on it. So what I want you to have against me in particular,
I already like this.
is what I have. I have this ability called Goad Them On, and I can taunt a target within close range and then make a presence roll against them. On a success, the target has to mark a stress, and the next time the GM spotlights them, they must attack me, which they make with disadvantage. So you basically have that on me instead.
So my adversaries would
Could
goad
taunt
you
me.
on.
Yes. They'd make a presence roll, right? And then on a success, I mark a stress, and then the next time I decide to attack, I have to attack.
Wait, no, you're goading my adversary, and that adversary is attacking you, I think. Isn't that the right way?
No,
they're
that's
giving
how
you
that's
the
it.
card.
That's if Nate was using it.
Yeah,
Nate's
I
flipping
can
the script.
I
so
can
that
use
you
this.
Use it against Nate.
So I'm trying to get you.
Because
oh,
I'm
I
angry.
see how that could be really
I
good.
think I can't manage my anger yet. So it's kind of like a temporary debuff while somehow narratively we figure out how I work through my anger.
I'm gonna have to pull that card from the game and attach it to your notes.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Thanks.
I love that
I'm
we're flipping
excited.
that. That's brilliant.
so
excited.
dope.
There are some other there's like a sort of like an edge case with this other ability I have called Deadly Focus. But we'll figure that out.
What
I
is
like
it?
this idea.
Oh, Deadly Focus is like a once per rest. I can apply all of my focus towards a target of my choice, and then until I attack another creature, I defeat the target or the battle ends, I gain a +1 bonus to my proficiency. I think maybe in that case it would be reasonable that I might make that if you tried to goad me on out of this state to make me target somebody else instead of continuing to use this.
Wow.
Maybe you do the presence roll with disadvantage because I'm locked in on this person. So it's harder to that's sort of like the edge case that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
So
you're sort of half giving me something I'm enticed by, and then you're yanking it away with this other card.
No. So there's like a little bit of figuring out how that might work, because if I was already enticed to attack one of your adversaries with the goad them on that I'm giving you, I wouldn't be able to use this, for example.
Okay.
Okay. There's sort of, it's just that I only really want this to affect the anger aspect. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we'll tweak it.
I'm gonna have to like get comfortable with throwing that into combat scenarios.
Yeah.
Speaking of combat scenarios, minis.
Yeah.
You're good.
I gotta print mine.
Oh yeah, I need to.
I'm 80% painted.
I don't know
But
where
I'm
to
working
find a
on it.
shark mini.
So, no combat next week then, right?
No.
What if I'll tell you what. Chat. I'm gonna ask the chat there.
Chat.
I have been told on a number of occasions how badly we want to have like great terrain, good combat, and yet these guys either don't have their minis or they're unpainted minis. And so I'm like kind of feeling like maybe I just boycott combat until I have 6 painted minis on the table.
I just got a mini painting kit.
Beautiful.
I don't
the
have a
paint.
painting kit.
I have the paint that I need.
Full
But I
on,
don't have many.
full on boycott.
I don't
No
think
combat.
They're not gonna like that.
Wow.
They
This
won't
is-
agree.
This is do your homework. This is study your lines. You know?
Okay.
I gotta pay money.
Alright. I gotta make a comment. I gotta make a comment. How many sessions did we play last
Oh, no.
season?
13.
13?
No,
13 sessions.
I'm like, yeah. I'm not shitting on that when I say it. It's
Have
like,
the
my
mini
God.
painted by session 2 or the character dies.
Wow.
wow.
Speaking of painted minis.
That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of painted minis, we have this awesome library here, this memorial for all the painted minis of the past who have died.
Yes. Yes, and you could potentially have your figure up there. First of all, there will never be a non-painted mini in that archive, number one. Number two, we now have a new series of battle cams that I'm not going to show right now, but we've got the ability to really show the terrain. So would you want your resin gray mini, undetailed, sad, unloved, neglected?
All of us right
I mean,
now.
Kriya does have gray skin.
It is a symbol of how you feel about yourself.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
If you don't paint your mini, you might as well kill yourself.
Wow.
Don't say that. Don't
Paint
say
your
that.
mini, kill yourself.
Anyway, I would
One
love
and
to
two.
have. Listen, I would love to have painted minis. Okay, this time around, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe what we do is if you come to the session and the minis aren't painted, we don't play. We just paint minis. That's
Here's
your
the thing.
punishment.
I gotta wait till the semester starts to print it on campus.
You can send me the file. I'll print it.
Okay.
Okay. Send me the file. I'll have it printed tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, because I get shit done. All right.
That's good.
Wow.
Get shit done.
Well done. Well played.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll do that.
Yeah,
tonight.
Witcher's like if anyone has bare bones, Nathan,
Yep.
Me.
the mini could just be wearing a loincloth or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bare bones.
My name is the
I'm
Wall.
a child.
not
I
the
have to be
Ghost.
clothed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Don't look at
I'm
me
not
like
gonna
that.
say it. I am so not gonna say it.
Say it.
It's only
No.
gonna make you look weird.
It's time to go. All right, so I'm looking
Right, say
forward
it
to
after.
next week.
Ditto.
I'm looking forward to next week.
I'm
You
so
guys in
excited.
the chat, number one, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. This was good.
Yeah.
This was good. I'm excited.
Good.
Yes,
So-
you have something to say.
Before we break,
Great.
Yes.
can we ask a question to the chat?
Yeah.
How is, I know in the beginning there was a couple issues with sound. In your experience, chat, how's sound?
Oh, thank
How is
you.
everything looking? Are there any criticisms that you guys might have that we can work on? Because everything has been changed on our end.
That's
So-
true. That's true. How
Yeah.
how are things sounding? How are things looking? Do we need to tweak anything? You know, because we can't really hear what's going out. So
Yeah, we do our
Definitely have to
best
tweak
with
some stuff.
Yeah, we do our best with soundboard, headphone stuff, but we want to know what you guys are feeling like.
oh, J.K. Scuba's here. Love all of you. Thank you for this. Yes, thank you for being here.
Oh
We missed you
god.
guys so
Bless
much.
you.
Bless you.
But
I avoided. I didn't. I aimed away.
to answer Garrett's question, though, do you guys have anything on that? If you do, add comments to this video afterwards, or jump in Discord and say, "Hey, come to think of it, I was thinking about the other night's stream, and I thought of this, that, and the other thing."
Yep.
So let us know. Sound sounded good in this stream. The break video
Yep.
sound also was fixed pretty quick. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Saturn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice job, Saturn.
All right.
Awesome. We love Saturn.
We could
Saturn
also
can switch
we could also
sides.
re-listen to it like the like the
Yeah, we'll
VOD.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely,
See
I'm
what it
definitely
looks
gonna
like.
rewatch and
We'll listen.
Wait,
take more
Todd.
notes on it.
Yeah.
Did you go over the Boons and Banes?
So there's a Boons and Banes on the break reel that tells everybody how Boons and Banes works.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go into that right now, but we'll lead next session with some announcements, and I'll talk about Boons and Banes, and so everybody's on board with that.
Cool.
All right.
Anything we should know from multi-classing?
From my point of view,
Yeah.
Not exactly. I would just say that with multi-classing, rather than just multi-classing for the feature that you're trying to get to make your character more powerful, dig into the lore of why this multi-class took place and how you're going to use it. You do that very well.
Thanks.
Like you do. You when you dig into a multi-class, you've got the story figured out. So that's, I think, the key thing. I think a lot of people go after multi-classing just to, super buff their character.
min-max.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to give you a tour of your multi-class sheet right now?
Maybe we can do that right
Maybe
after
after
we.
the-
After the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
The stream. Not
Yeah,
stream.
let's do
After the
that.
scream.
All right, people. Well, we're going to head out. Thank you so much. We will see you next Tuesday. Do me a favor while you're out there. Tell a friend. Get some more people watching this stream for us. We would love that.
Yeah, we love to talk to people during, so we
Truth.
need more people out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, everybody. You have a great week. We will talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by. We love you guys. Take care.
Night.